Slotted. Full slotted. Dang it. I have to fill my water bottle. Son of a bee. All right. Yo, we hit 3K YouTube. Yo, first one. Saw. We did hit 3K. 3K over on YouTube. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Mike Williams for D-Hops and Javonte. Who wins? I'd say the D-Hop side. Woo woo. What's up, Bruce? We got Dak, Pollard, and David Johnson for AJ Brown, James Conner, and Teddy B. Thoughts? I have the Dak side currently, and yes, let's go, Brandon. Oh, let's go, Brandon. So I would want the for AJ Brown. I would take the AJ Brown side. Yeah. I will. Is Teddy B gonna be your starting quarterback for the rest of the season, Bruce, or who else do you have? Yo, what up, Ozai? I need one wide receiver and one flex of Chris Godwin, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, and Joe Mixon. Who should I play? So one wide receiver, one flex. So I would go with Calvin Ridley and Joe Mixon. And Woods or Pittman. For me, it's Pittman. I like Pittman this week. Fire up Pittman. All right. So we're back at it. Tonight's going to be a good game. I'm excited to watch. I wish that, Devonte Adams was playing tonight, but, it is what it is. Patterson, Kirk, or Higgins. For me, Patterson. Any buy low wide receivers? I have Jerry Jeudy as a solid wide receiver too. If not, if I should trade, yeah. So some buy low guys, I would say Tyler Lockett right now. I think he's definitely a buy low. Managers are definitely panicking, but Russell Wilson apparently should be back after the bye week, which is they play Jacksonville this week. Then they have a bye. Then he should be back. So definitely a guy that I would buy low on right now. I would also buy low on T. Higgins right now. Teddy B would be my starter, but I have a possible trade for Burrow for Michael Thomas. All right. Yeah, if you think that you can get, if you have other trades lined up and you think you can do, then yeah, I'd probably do that trade. I mean, I like it all besides just having Teddy B. I like Teddy Bridgewater this week, though. If you want to just, stream it, I mean, go for it. I do think it's a pretty solid trade for you, though. Should I trade Tunyon, Jacoby Myers, or wait, should I start? Jeez. Tunyon, Jacoby Myers, or Randall Cobb? Me personally, I would go with Jacoby Myers. It's close between him and Randall Cobb, but I would go with Jacoby Myers. If you have a pen and paper, going to be schooling people and oh shoot, I forgot all about MP's League. Did I already miss the draft? Did you guys already draft? Emmanuel Sanders or Fournette? For me, Fournette. A-Rod or Kirk. Elijah Mitchell, T. Higgins, or Chuba Hubbard? For me, I have Chuba Hubbard. Kirk, Gibson, David Johnson. I would go with I would go with Gibson there. Tight end, we got Ricky Seals-Jones or Evan Ingram. I would go with Ricky Seals. Schultz or Higbee? Schultz. Elijah Mitchell, T. Higgins, or Chuba Hubbard? Chuba Hubbard. David Johnson and Mike Davis. David Johnson. Gronk or Ertz? Tough decision this week. That is tough. I would honestly go with Gronk, though. Is Nick Chubb playing? They said he's expected to play. We won't know probably until Saturday is when we... No, we're waiting on you, man. Saving you a spot. Okay. All right. Well, I'll be able to do it. If you guys got to figure out a time and let me know. I just can't do just let me know a time and I'll tell you if it works. I said no to this trade. I said no to this trade. I get Ertz, Watkins for Gainwell. Should I have taken it? I mean, do you need Ertz? If you need Ertz, I guess. But if you don't need Ertz, I probably wouldn't do it. Time to trade Hill. I got Hill for Lockett and Hopkins. I mean, I want to trade Hill. I would just hold on to him. Should I trade CMC or Saquon, both in different leagues? Who should I try to get? No, I want to try... Now I want to try to trade them. I would just keep them because they're going to be coming back from injuries here shortly. So I would just hold on to him. No way Barkley plays, right? If so, do I start him? If he plays, I would play him, but I don't think he's going to play this week now. After the stream for the draft, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, while the game's going on, yeah. Uzama or Conklin? I would do Uzama. James Conner, Damian Harris. Ooh, I believe no, I have Damian Harris higher. Damian Harris. Who should I try to get for Patterson? I mean, it's really tough to say who exactly. I would just take him in a piece, and I feel like you could get a really solid top 10 running back. All right, starts Herbert, Kamara, Najee Harris, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, Higbee, and Keenan Allen. On my bench, Matt Ryan, Gaskin, Patterson, Waddle, and Ertz. Any changes? Thanks a bunch, man. Mike Evans. No, only one that I would consider is Patterson over Keenan Allen. That's really the only one. It's really close, but if you want to just stick with Keenan Allen, go for it, Jonathan. I'm down if Tyler's free as long as it's before the game. Yeah, well, it won't be before the game. It'd be during the game because I'm not going to get off until the game starts, unfortunately. So if you guys want, I mean, what about tomorrow? What are you guys doing tomorrow? I can do it tomorrow. Do I start A.J. Dillon? I mean, it depends on who exactly you have. I don't feel great about A.J. Dillon tonight, but if you're desperate, go for it. I know Gibson is rough right now, but I traded Jacobs for him straight up. Yeah, I mean, I think that's decent. I think they're kind of like the same player. Yeah, I think that's fine. What are some locks for tonight? All right. So I was looking at it a little bit earlier. All right. And if you're doing some betting, go over to, I got to close the notifications on my phone real quick. All right, if you're doing some betting tonight, go over to BetUS. You'll see Stream Elements talk about it. Also, sorry about that. It's down in the description. Go over to BetUS, sign up using the link. Deposit $50, get $125 deposit match bonus. So go over to BetUS, even though I'm not even using it. I'm using FanDuel. I'm working. Something is in the works right now with FanDuel, possibly. All right, so the ones that I like receiving props. Chase Edmonds, I like him to go over 22 and a half. Although I was really looking at his rushing too, and I was like, man, I might take that as well. But I do like Aaron Rodgers, 11 and a half rushing yards. I like the over on that. And what is the other one that I like? I know that there was one more receiving. No, I think it was James Conner. I'm gonna take the over on 45 and a half. If they're really 6-point favorites, I like the under on Aaron Rodgers passing yards too. 264 without his main weapons. I don't really like the over. I like the under on that. And what was the last one? What was I gonna say? I don't remember what the last one was. Some bets that I like tonight. Game Waller Mitchell, sit 1. Higgins, Sutton, Booker. Higgins, Sutton, Booker. I would sit Higgins out of those guys. Amari Cooper and Chuba Hubbard. I would go with Chuba Hubbard. Who to start, Pittman or Cooks? Cooks. And real quick, if you are, I need to adjust this over on TikTok real quick. Ridley or McLaurin rest of the season? I would go with Ridley. How do you feel about Cardinals D tonight? They're okay. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers, I just don't. I know that Aaron Rodgers really doesn't have his wide receivers, but I still don't really see him making mistakes and the Arizona defense really getting a whole lot of turnovers. So they're okay. But I mean, I don't really there's not a whole lot of defenses that I really like this week. I think this week is rough when it comes to defensive, a true special teams to start. Yo, what up, little top? Higgins or Claypool? Higgins for me. Sit 1, we got Cobb, Lamb, Godwin, and Emmanuel Sanders. Sit 1 out of all of them, I would sit Randall Cobb. Starters, we got Stafford, Henry, Chubb, Mike Williams, Metcalf, Patterson, Fant. Bench, we got Mike Evans, Damian Harris, Zach Ertz, Prescott, Cooper, Dearness Johnson. Would you change anything? Henry, Chubb, no. Mike Williams, Metcalf. So I would go with Mike Evans over Metcalf, but if you don't want to, I mean, go for it. Really, that's it, though. I would even go Amari Cooper over Metcalf. I get Metcalf has a really good matchup, but last week, if he didn't catch that, 80-yard touchdown, he was looking at one catch. I don't trust Geno Smith whatsoever. Starting 49ers defense this week, yeah, I think that they're a good play this week, yeah. Gibson and Sutton for Ridley. Honestly, I'd probably keep the Gibson and Sutton side. Who should I try to get for Darren Waller? I mean, it's really hard for me to say, but still a top. I know that it's been a bit rough, but the bye week should help him get a little bit healthier. But I wouldn't. It's really hard for me to say who exactly. Tony if healthy or Amari Cooper? Amari Cooper. Which two out of Amari, DK, and Debo? Amari and Debo. Debo. And real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. There's 40 people in here. Smash that like button. We only have 5 likes. Smash that like button. Let's get up to like 20 likes. We can do it. Smash that like button if you want to win your fantasy football matchup this week. Who doesn't want to win their fantasy football matchup, right? So smash that like button if you want to win that fantasy football matchup. Also subscribe to the channel. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered over here. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to the link tree. The link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, the description is in the description is my link tree. Click on the link tree. Come on over to the YouTube channel. All right. Yo, what up, little top? Safe to start Cobb tonight. It depends on your other options. Start Mike Evans or Deontay Johnson. For me, I'm going with Deontay Johnson, baby. Should I give up on Ridley? I want to give up on Ridley, but I would try to trade him away, honestly. Is Tyler Lockett and Marlon Humphrey for Mike Williams and Travion Diggs a good trade? So I don't really do a whole lot in terms of defensive side, but I would like Mike Williams over Tyler Lockett. I mean, Travion Diggs is getting interceptions, so I'd imagine that's good for fantasy. So I'd probably want the Mike Williams side. What's up, Tyler? Yo, what up, Parker? How you doing? Herbert or Cooks? Cooks. Would you start Brady or Kyler? I would start Kyler tonight. Ertz or Fan? Start Devonte Smith or Cordell Patterson? Cordell Patterson. Any buy low flex positions you have in mind? I have Gamewell right now. Any buy low? So, like, buy low guys, okay. I think Michael Carter is a really good buy low. He's a guy that I would try to be buying on right now. I think that there's a decent amount of potential there with Michael Carter. Which back will end up getting more usage in the Eagles offense? Okay, so I feel like it's going to be somewhat even, but if you're in a PPR league, like the guy that I would want is going to be Kenneth Gainwell, going to be more involved in the pass game, where Boston Scott, if you're in standard, has probably the better shot to score a touchdown. So I would say him in standard scoring. Jamar Chase, Henderson, Eckler, Dalvin Cook, Evans, Godwin, and Justin Jefferson. Pick 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Jamar Chase, Henderson, Eckler, Dalvin Cook, and I would go with Justin Jefferson. Higgins or Emmanuel Sanders this week? I would go with Higgins. Chubb going to be RB1 after this weekend? I mean, no, he's not going to be RB1. But I think over the next 4 weeks, he'll be RB1. Who's your Super Bowl pick this year? So at the beginning of the season, you can go back and watch the tape, okay? Go back and watch the tape. My Super Bowl picks, I guess my real Super Bowl picks were going to be honestly, Tampa Bay and the Chiefs again. Boring, I know. But my dark horse was the Arizona Cardinals. Honestly, they're my dark horse. So was Kyler Murray. And then my AFC is not very good. I picked the Dolphins. Oh, the Dolphins. Yeah. They might be coming last. Well, no, the Jags are there. Jacksonville's there. But yeah, that's, yeah. I had, honestly, you can go back and watch the tape. Said it. It was plus 1,400 for Kyler to get MVP. Looked at it. Bengals look amazing so far. Bengals do look really good right now. Herbert or Rodgers? Herbert. I would go with Herbie. NFL app has game mode projected for 19. What? Game mode projected for 19 and Cordell Patterson projected for 10? What? That is some craziness there. I don't like that. Gamewell or Mitchell? Mitchell. You flexing Allen, Booker, or Elijah Mitchell this week? I would go with Elijah Mitchell. Patterson or Gamewell? Patterson. Pick one. We got Moss, Pittman, Beasley, or Ertz. Pittman. I would go with Pittman. Randall Cobb or MVS? MVS isn't playing, so Randall Cobb. Evans or Khalil Herbert? I would go with Khalil Herbert there. Tyson Williams worth a hold? Nah, you can get rid of him. Hey, Drew, becoming a member. Big shout out to Drew. Member in chat. W for Drew. Appreciate it, Drew. Sign up to be a member. And for everybody that's in chat, believe me, I'm trying to answer everybody's questions right now. A lot of questions coming in. If you want to guarantee your question gets answered, sign up to be a member. All you got to do is click on the link that I'm about to post. Click on the link. It'll take you to sign up. Now, there's different tiers that you can sign up for, different things that you get. But the number one thing is your name is green. You get a little badge. You get priority in chat. So every single time I see your name pop up, I jump to your name right away. So like AJO right there. AJO, always go to his name first. So anyways, also super chats are available if you want to get your question answered 100%. All right, so trade D-Hop for Tyreek. I would want Tyreek. Did I win this trade? I give up Miles Sanders and DJ Moore for J-Rob. Yeah, I would want J-Rob there. Yeah, especially if you don't really need. I mean, obviously you like to have DJ Moore, but if you have other wide receivers, like that's fine. Debo or AJ Brown rest of the season. I would want. Honestly AJ Brown right now. I know that Debo's been great, but here's the thing with Debo is that we're already starting to see it. Injuries have been Debo's biggest downfall, and he's hurt right now. I believe he's going to still play this week, but it's calf injury. Like literally everybody has a calf injury this year. I don't understand. Everybody has a calf injury. Like every single year there's always one thing. Like last year was the foot sprain. Everyone had a mid-foot sprain. This year it's calf. Like what is going on? Trade Hill for Josh Jacobs and Lockett. I probably wouldn't do that. Unless you really need some running back help. I do think that Lockett's going to be good in a couple of weeks, but still, like, that's giving up a decent amount for those two guys. Schubert, Darrell Williams, D-Hop or Tebow. This week, as long as Debo's okay, I would go him. Amari Cooper, well, actually, you won't be able to know. So I'm going D-Hop. I'm going to fire him up today. The Panthers have a brutal schedule, and their quarterback got benched. Yeah, what was your question? Oh, yeah. What's his face? Sam Darnold got benched. Yeah, he has not played that well this year. Joe Mixon or Nick Chubb? This week, Nick Chubb. Pick one. We got Cooks, Higgins, Carter, or Cobb. I want Cooks there. Chuba Hubbard or Darrell Williams. Start two. We got Zach Moss, Brandon Cooks, and Khalil Herbert. I would go with Brandon Cooks and Khalil Herbert. David Johnson for Gronk? Yeah, I would do that. Trade Gibson for Sanders. Who, Emmanuel Sanders? I mean, if you need a wide receiver, but I'd probably just keep Gibson. Brandon Cooks rest of the season? I like Brandon Cooks the rest of the season. I wonder if he's going to get traded, though. Pick one. We got Cooks, Higgins. No, I already got that one. All right, I'm going to start down to the bottom. If I haven't answered your question, just re-ask, and I'm going to go down to the bottom. Galladay or Landry if healthy? I would take Galladay. Cooper or Kadarius Toney? Cooper. Pick one. We got Cooks, Carter. I got that one. I would go with Cooks, Kevin. Is Tyrod coming back? He should be coming back this week. Yes. So I'm 1-6, one of my leagues. I got Stafford and Wilson at my quarterbacks, McCaffrey, Chuba, Herbert, and Robinson at RB, Evans, Woods, Judy, and Sanders at wide receiver. Anything that would... So I would try to trade McCaffrey. That's what I would do. I would try to trade McCaffrey. You could probably get like a top-tier guy at the running back position and a top-tier wide receiver. Gives you a little bit more depth to work through here. That's what I would do personally. Instead of keep waiting on McCaffrey, I would try to trade him. Who was that? That was Drew, right? Drew. All right, so we got start one. We got Lockett, Damian Harris, or Chase Edmonds. I would go with Chase Edmonds as long as one PP. Yeah, I would do that. Pick two, Herbert, Hubbard, Gainwell. I would go with Herbert and Hubbard, Drew. Jared Cook or Dan Arnold. Also traded Herbert. I would go with Jared Cook there. Also traded Herbert and Claypool for T. Higgins. Thoughts? I mean, that's okay. I probably would have just kept the other side, though. But, hey, go for it. I do like T. Higgins. Goodbye, low. Hill and Gainwell for Cooper Kupp. I would do that, yes. I would do that. Andrew's on a bye. Who do I pick up? So here's some tight ends that you could pick up this week. Some tight ends that you could possibly pick up. CJ Uzomah, Robert Tonyan, Ricky Seals-Jones, Dan Arnold, Jared Cook, Evan Ingram, Mo Alley Cox. Those are tight ends that, if they're available, guys that I would pick up. Tonyan or Hunter Henry? I would go with Hunter Henry. I got Gronk off a waiver in a 10-team league. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now you don't got to worry about tight end. Khalil Herbert or Devontae Booker? Khalil Herbert. Jared Cook or Seals-Jones? Seals-Jones for me, Drew. I flipped Elijah Mitchell and Emmanuel Sanders on my bench for Waller and Carson. Not bad. I probably would have traded for Carson, but definitely Waller. Seals-Jones and Uzomah this week, or Uzomah. I would go with CJ Uzomah. Higgins or Moss at flex? Higgins for me. Khalil Herbert or Devontae Booker? Khalil Herbert. Pick two this week. We got Ridley, Deontay Johnson, D-Hop. I would go with Deontay Johnson and D-Hop. Arizona or Buffalo's defense? Buffalo. Here we go, Buffalo. Chuba Hubbard or Ayuk if Debo is out. I would still go with Chuba Hubbard. Aaron Rodgers or Danny Dimes. I'm still going to go with Aaron Rodgers. It is very close, though. It honestly is very, very close. Actually, let me double check. Do I have? I have Danny Dimes one spot ahead. I have Danny Dimes one spot ahead of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers currently my QB 12. I just without all the weapons, I don't like him as much. D-Hop do good this week, you think? I hope so. Traded Eckler for Henderson and JJ and traded Damian. Yes, I like that. Oh, yeah, that was a trade from earlier. Little Top, that's really good. Should I trade Cooper and Gesicki for another running back or wide receiver? Yeah, I would do that. Why not? So would you try to trade McCaffrey for anyone specific? So I would try to target maybe like Darrell Henderson and maybe like see who else that person has. In terms of wide receiver, that's something I would do. Like maybe like a Deandre Swift, do something like that, like those kind of guys. Flex spot, we got Herbert or Keenan Allen, full point PPR. I'm still going Khalil Herbert. I love Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert's an absolute stud. He should be starting over David Montgomery. You heard it here first. Is Ertz going to be a viable option while you wait for Kittle? Yeah. I mean, tight end is brutal anyways. It's ugly. So the fact that you have him, it's okay. Thoughts on Gaskin? I don't really like him that much. Do I roster Gallup to pair up with? Yeah, I would roster him. Yeah, I would. Cordell Patterson or Khalil Herbert? Cordell Patterson as long as it's PPR. If it's standard, then I would go with Khalil Herbert. Tony or Higgins? Higgins for me. Better flex option this week. Joe Mixon or D-Hop? I would go with Joe Mixon. I got to double check. Let me double check that, huh? Flex rankings. It might be D-Hop, actually. No, I have Joe Mixon. Yes, Joe Mixon for me. And we got a $2 donation from Terry R. What's up, Terry? So we got pick 2, 0.5 PPR. We got D-Hop, Godwin, Najee, Samuel, Barkley. All right, so there's some injuries here, and this makes it really tough. All right, so I'm definitely going with Najee. I would like to play Debo more than D-Hop, but it's up to you, okay? So I don't think it's that much of a difference between D-Hop and Godwin. So if you want to wait for Debo, wait for him. Otherwise, if you want to play D-Hop tonight, I do have him just a couple spots ahead of Godwin, but I don't think it's that much. And I don't think Barkley's going to play this week. So I would go with Najee and I would go with Samuel. But if you don't want to risk it and play Godwin, just play D-Hop tonight. That's what I would do. But I don't once again, I don't think that Godwin's that much of a difference between D-Hop. So I'd rather just wait. That's what I would do. Over or under Randall Cobb, 69.5 receiving yards. Over or under? Oh, that's a tough one. I feel like he's gonna. I'm gonna say. Honestly, I'm gonna say under. I would go under, but that's honestly that's a decent number. I think 69.5 is a pretty solid number. Would you trade Cooper Gesicki combo for Keenan Allen or too much? No, I think that's too much. I wouldn't do that. Evans, Judy, Sanders, Woods. Evans, and I would go with I need to double check who I have higher. Sanders or Jerry? I want to say Sanders. Yeah, I have Emmanuel Sanders higher. Just this week. So Evans and Emmanuel Sanders. Is Michael Thomas a must sell? I'm nervous with the Saints receiving core being lackluster so far. I don't think Michael Thomas does a whole lot with Winston under center. So I want to say he's a must sell, but I do think that his value is going to be really high right before he comes back. So that's why I would try to sell, because I think that some people are going to be super excited for him and think that he could be like Michael Thomas of old. So I would try to sell him. Hey, and we got Dalton Walker. Yo, what's up, Uzai? How you doing? And we got Dalton Walker with signing up to be a member. Hey, we have 10 total members today that signed up. So appreciate you. Big W's to Dalton there. Also, if you see the people talking in chat, they got the green names. They also have the little badge right next to their name. Those are members. They get priority in chat. So as low as $2.99, you could sign up to be a member. There's different tiers that you unlock, but $2.99, the number one thing that you get is you get your questions answered. 100%. 100% get your questions answered. All right, let's get back to it. CJ Uzomah or Robert Tonyan for tight end and why. So I would go with CJ Uzomah. I know that Robert Tonyan really is going to be the only guy really standing tonight. But this is the Arizona Cardinals are currently giving up the least points to the tight end position. So it's a really, really tough matchup where New York Jets is a pretty good matchup for CJ Uzomah, who's scored, I believe, in 2 out of the last 3 weeks. So, hey, fire him up. Robert Tonyan or Seals Jones? I would go with Seals Jones. Rodgers or Teddy B? Rodgers. Thoughts on Khalif Raymond? I mean, he's okay. It's just I don't really like anybody outside of DeAndre Swift and TJ Hawkinson in that offense. Starters, Dak, Hubbard, J-Rob, Diggs, Higgins, Herbert, Seals, Jones, bench, OBJ, Jared Cook, and Gainwell. Looks good, Drew. Fire it up. Fire it up. Cooks or CD and why? I'm going with CD because that passing offense is so legit. I mean, I feel like I don't need to say why. Like, I just think it's a massive... That offense is so much better off right now than Houston. Now, Tyrod coming back is definitely going to give Brandon Cooks a boost, but CD, no, absolutely fire him up every single week. Boston Scott, good or bad start? He's an okay start. Like, if you're desperate and need somebody, I mean, hey, it could get worse. Pick 2, we got Emmanuel Sanders, Devonte Smith, Randall Cobb, Emmanuel Sanders, Devonte Smith, Damian Harris, and Woods for Deontay. Yeah, I would do that. For Deontay, I would want Deontay. Who to put at flex? Pick 2. We got Kenny Gainwell, Curtis Samuel, Zach Moss, Javonte Williams, Boston Scott, Dearness Johnson, Robert Woods, or Robert Tonyan, and Keenan Allen. So I would go with Keenan Allen, and I would go with Javonte Williams. I'm missing Saquon, Carson, and Mike Thomas. That is tough. And being down those 2 running backs is definitely, it hurts. I did Damian Harris and Woods for Deontay. Good trade, yes. Amari Cooper, Michael Carter for flex. Amari Cooper for me. Ricky Seals-Jones or Jared Cook. Ricky Seals-Jones. Got offered Adams for Chase. Do I take it? Yeah, I would. If you're getting, well, Adams. Devontae Adams? Absolutely. If I get Devontae Adams, I'm doing that. Oh, for Jamar Chase. Jeez. I would want Devontae Adams. Pick 2, full point PPR. We got Damian Harris, Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin. I would go with Keenan Allen and Scary Terry. Sutton or Kirk? I would go with Sutton. Start 2, we got Julio, D-Hop, Lockett. D-Hop and Lockett, baby. Lockett. Start Emmons. I have 2 flex spots and have Chuba Hubbard, Khalil Herbert, James Robinson, Chubb, and Landry. I mean, okay, so out of those guys, would I start Chase Edmonds or just like in general? I think Chase Edmonds is a okay play this week. For the 2 flex, I would go with Nick Chubb and I would go with James Robinson. James Robinson there. Start 1, we got Waddle, Corey Davis, or Devonte Smith. For me, I want to say Devonte Smith. Let me double check. Yeah, Devonte Smith. Thanks for answering. You're welcome. Once again, hey, I'm trying to answer everybody's questions. Hey, real quick little plug here. If you haven't already, do me a big favor, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. Once again, all you got to do is click on my profile, go to the link tree in the description. The link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel. And we got a $2 donation from Nick Richard. Cobb or Connor tonight? This is tough. The PPR. Honestly, I'm gonna go with okay, if this is full point PPR, I would go with Randall Cobb. Otherwise, I would go James Conner. I do think that James Conner is gonna has a really good chance. I don't want to say has a really good chance to rush for a touchdown tonight. So full point PPR, I would go with Randall Cobb, but otherwise I would go James Conner. Hey man, finally got my payment info to go through. This man has helped your fantasy team become a member. Hey, there we go. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, Dalton. Thanks for becoming a member. Means a lot to become a member. Means a lot to everybody hanging out in chat, but especially those members. You know, they sign up to be a member and they get priority in chat. So you see Dalton, he talked. He has a green name tag, a little icon or a little badge next to his name as well. Priority in chat, number one thing that you get if you sign up to be a member. All right. Also, there's different tiers, different things that you unlock, all that kind of stuff. CD, D-Hop, or Jamar Chase? Jamar Chase, baby. PPR, we got Evans or Elijah Mitchell. Evans or Elijah Mitchell. I would go with Evans or Elijah Mitchell. I got to double check this. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. I need to double check this real quick. Elijah Mitchell. Okay, so I have Elijah Mitchell. Now, if it's full point PPR, I'd probably go, okay, if it's full point PPR, I would go with Evans. Otherwise, Elijah Mitchell. It's Swift and JT for AB and Derek Fair. I would want the Swift and JT side, personally. Kyle Pitts or Gronk this week? Kyle Pitts for me. Hunter Henry and Elijah Mitchell or Deontay Johnson and Calvin Ridley? I mean, I would want the Deontay Johnson and Calvin Ridley side. Where do you rank Khalif Raymond? I think he's super underrated. I mean, where do I have him ranked this week? Pretty low, to be honest with you. Where is he ranked? I have him ranked as wide receiver 53 this week. Elijah Mitchell or Damian Harris? Elijah Mitchell. Thoughts on Khalif Raymond? So, is this Matt? I mean, Matt, once again, I feel like he's okay. Like, there's really nobody else that I want except TJ Hawkinson or DeAndre Swift that I feel comfortable starting. Unless you're in a deep league, then that's fine. Hey, we got Nick Richard once again with the $2 donation. We got Landry, Mooney, Robbie, or Callaway in full point PPR. Let me double check here. So we got, I want to say Robbie, but Mooney. Actually, it might be Callaway. Yes. So I have Marquez Callaway, Mooney, Robbie, Landry. Marquez Callaway is just 2 spots ahead of Robbie Anderson. So I would go with Marquez Callaway, Nick, in full point PPR. That's who I would go with. It's really close between him and Robbie. And appreciate the $2 donation. Shout out to Nick. Thank you. And we got a member. We got Sammy Gibson. Yo, what's up, Sammy? We got a starter. Signing up to become a member. Shout out to Sammy in chat. Sammy, yo, big shout out to Sammy. Thank you, Sammy. Becoming a member. Look at that. I think that's his name. We'll have to see when he types. Big shout out. I'll give you a shout out in chat. Becoming a member. Once again, become a member. Get your questions answered 100%. Khalil Herbert or Elijah Mitchell? I would go with Khalil Herbert. Is Aaron Jones and Brandon Cooks for Antonio Brown and Mike Evans a good trade? I would want the Aaron Jones side. Parker Owen. So would you try and do a straight swap, CMC and Swift, or try and get somebody else including Swift? I would get somebody else including Swift. Yeah. I feel like I would still want CMC there because he's probably close to coming back, but it's really close between him and Swift, but you could probably get somebody else. Boston saw a good start. He's okay. He's all right. Where is Marquez to carry my fantasy team? He's the only Callaway. Dude, where is Marquez? He's beginning of the season, I was pretty big on him, but he definitely has not been as good as I thought he was going to be. Tyler, should I start Corey Davis or CD Nuts? I would go with CD. CD Nuts. That's funny. Woods, Mitchell, Judy, or Shepard? I would go with Elijah Mitchell there. Blake. Aaron Rodgers or Carson Wentz? Aaron Rodgers still. Mixon, Patterson, or Lenny for flex? I would go with Mixon there. Let me double check. I want to say Mixon. He's probably ahead of Lenny, I'd imagine. Lenny has a tough matchup this week. Yeah. I love Lenny for season long, but this week it is a really tough matchup. What do you think about DJ Moore? I think DJ Moore will be fine. I mean, he had a decent fantasy week last week. It's just, Sam Darnold sucks, but hey, he's still putting up points. Who should I start? Jamar or Diggs? Jamar Chase is my wide receiver 2 this week. Fire up Jamar Chase, baby. Fire him up. Chubb or Damian Harris. For me, I would go with Nick Chubb. Gronk or Goddard. I have Goddard higher just because I want to give Gronk like a week. Also, it's a tougher matchup. Pick 2, we got T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, McLaurin, Brandon Cooks, Marvin Jones, or Lockett. So I would go with Brandon Cooks, and I would go with Terry McLaurin, D1 Vlogs. Patrick or SpongeBob, full point PPR. I have Mr. Kradzone as my flex and skipper. So in terms of football, definitely Patrick. I feel like Patrick would at least survive. Saw, dude. What's up, Thunder Dave? We got Cordell Patterson or Khalil Herbert. In half point, I would go with Khalil Herbert. We got must drop someone to add a kicker this week. Tucker on bye. Moss, Gordon, or Matt Ryan. I would go with Matt Ryan. I would drop him, Z. If it's a one quarterback league, or if it's not like a one quarterback, or if it's a one quarterback league, yeah. Yo, Nick Richard with another $2 donation. Shout out to Nick. We got Elijah Mitchell or Allen Robinson, full point PPR. I just can't trust Allen Robinson right now. I would go with Elijah Mitchell. He played, I believe, nearly 70%. I think it was 66% of the snaps last week. So clearly the number one guy there for San Francisco on a team that likes to run the football. So I would go with Elijah Mitchell. And thank you, Nick, with the $2 donation. Now it's $6 today. What a beast. Let's go with Equinemius St. Brown or Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman for me. Been a huge day for the channel. It really has been. It's been a massive day for the channel. Made some pretty decent money today. I won't lie. And hey, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody that's stopping by, being a part of the live stream. Thank you all. Honestly, it means a lot. It does mean a lot. Now I'm going to be able to buy some stuff for fantasy football to get this channel even better than what it already is. Believe me, there's big things here for Aspire Sports, especially next year, where I'm going to really hone in on DFS and get my own optimizer built up. So big things going to happen here for Aspire Sports. You can count on that. Hey, what's up? What's up, Iron? It's finally game day again. Yes, it is. And tonight, I mean, it had potential to be. I still think it's going to be a good game, but definitely wish at least Devonte Adams was playing. Then this game would be really, really exciting. It should still be a really good game. Come join our league on Discord. Yeah, Iron Never Lies. Go join the league. Ridley, Devonte, Sutton, Cooks start 3. I would go with Ridley, Cooks, and Amari. Mike Williams or Michael Pittman? Mike Williams. Who should I start, Debo or Mike Williams? Debo, as long as he plays. Let's see. We got pick 1. We got Randall Cobb, Kadarius Toney, or Khalil Herbert. I would go with Khalil Herbert there. Start 2. Edmonds, Khalil Herbert, and Hubbard. Start 2. I would go with Khalil Herbert and Chuba Hubbard. Imagine Aaron Rodgers has a. Yeah, I know, right? Right. He probably will. Khalil Herbert or Waddle? Khalil Herbert. Would you trade Mixon and Godwin for Cook, full point PPR? I'd probably do that, yeah. Christian Kirk, Cobb, or Bolden? I'm down bad this week. I will fire up Christian Kirk tonight. I'll play him. It's between him or Cobb. I would personally go with Kirk, though. Pick 2, we got Gesicki, Hawkinson, Sutton, or Toney, full point PPR. I would go with Hawkinson. I would go with Sutton. Cousins or Jones this week? I would go with Kirk Cousins. Did I win this trade? Evans, Herbert. I got Saquon and Allen. Absolutely, you won that trade. 100%, Brian. 120%. Also, real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Remember, you want to win your fantasy football week this week. Some good karma is going to be hitting that like button, all right? So smash that like button. Also, if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. Once again, click on my profile. In the description, you'll see the link tree. The link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel. All right, Higbee or Fant? Fant. Devonte Smith or Cole Beasley? Devonte Smith. Also, I'm Sammy Gibson. I'm Sammy Gibson. Became a member on the wrong account. Oh, dang it. Okay, so I wonder if I can, like, cancel that or something. I'll look into it if you want me to, Samuel. I wonder if I could definitely. I've never tried to do you want me to try to cancel it? I can. I'll try to cancel it if you want to see if you can sign up on that one if you want. I'll look into it. I've never done it before, but I'll definitely look into it for you. Cobb or Gainwell? I would go with Randall Cobb. Herbert or Rodgers? Herbert or Rodgers? I would go with Herbert. Yeah, Herbert. It's all good, man. Okay. Well, make sure you ask your questions on the other ones. I will try to look for you if you're going to ask questions from Samuel Gibson. I will try to look for you on this account, though. But the other one definitely will catch my eye, and chances are I'll probably miss you on this one, but I'll definitely try my hardest. Do you think Nick Folk will play? Yeah, usually he's been unquestionable. I mean, we'll see. If not, I mean, don't feel bad. Feeling dicey, might buy the Hall of Fame membership. Whoa, optimize. Whoa. Would you start the Bengals or Cardinals defense this week? I would go with the Bengals defense this week, Iron. I like Bengals this week. And we got Philip Herbert. Jesus. We got Philip with the $5 donation. Yo, $5 donation. Start Jerry Jeudy as my flex this week. I got Jamal Williams, Lockett, Zach Moss, and Sterling Shepard as my other options. I would go with okay, so you got, is that Javonte or Jamal Williams? Philip. Because so what I would do if it's, I need to look at my flex rankings. I want to say, see here. I want to say Zach Moss is who I would go with. Yeah, Zach Moss. I would go with Zach Moss there. So Philip, I would go with Zach Moss. Emil, if I'm saying it right. If not, I apologize. I would go with Zach Moss there. All right, who should I start? Debo or Mike Williams? I would go with Debo as long as he's playing. Debo. Gainwell or Zach Moss? Zach Moss. Then I picked up Robert Tonyan because Adams and Lazard are out. So Tyler. Emmanuel Sanders or Keenan Allen at flex? For me, Emmanuel Sanders. Tyler, do you feel bad for Tua? I mean, I guess. I think that the coaching staff needs to get fired, to be honest with you. They've been given time, and this season they're supposed to take a step, and they are terrible. I know that Tua got hurt, but still, I don't even think they've won a game, have they, since he came back? They haven't won a game since week 1, right? Javonte Williams. Yeah, so Emil, I would go with, once again, if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. But I would go with Zach Moss there. Out of everybody, I would go with Zach Moss. Should I start D-Hop tonight? Yeah, I would. Depends on your options, though. AJ Green or Devonte Smith? For me, I would go with Devonte Smith. Start Tonyan or Uzama? I would go with Uzama. Higgins, Shepard, or Connor? Half-point PPR. I would go with, James Conner. Edmonds or Pittman? And we got Superior with the $5 donation. Yo, appreciate you, Superior. We got Edmonds or Pittman. All right, so as long as it's a PPR league, I'm going to go with Chase Edmonds. If it's standard scoring, though, I would go with Pittman. And appreciate the $5 donation. Shout out to Superior with the $5 donation. Thank you. All right, we got D-Hop or CD. CD. I'll go with CD. Waddle or Pittman. Pittman. Lenny or Deontay Johnson at flex. Ooh, that one's going to be close. Let me see. Lenny or Deontay Johnson? Where do I have Lenny, good old Lenny boy at? Right there. Where's Deontay? Yeah, I have Leonard Fournette just a couple spots higher. So Leonard Fournette. Kirk or Cooper? Cooper. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. No problem. Thank you. Should I trade Mike Williams for Gibson for my flex spot? Mike Williams for Gibson for my flex spot? Mike Williams. Yeah, well, I would want Mike Williams in that situation. I want Mike Williams. Choose one defense, Pittsburgh, Dallas, or Carolina. I have Pittsburgh higher. Dalton Schultz or Zach Ertz on bye. I would go with or Dalton Schultz or Zach Ertz while they're on bye. I would go with Dalton Schultz there. Cobb or Kirk? I would still go with Kirk. Kirk, give me Kirk. Should I buy low on Gibson? I mean, me personally, I wouldn't. Here's the thing with Antonio Gibson right now. All right. Antonio Gibson last week, he ran 21. He had a 21% route participation last week. He's not playing on third downs. He's not playing in 2-minute offense. Yeah, he's getting some goal line work, but it's not going to salvage his day a lot of the time if he's not seeing the receiving work. The thing that if you have Gibson or if you try to trade for Gibson, there's two things you want to happen. Number one, J.D. McKissic gets hurt. Okay, if J.D. McKissic gets hurt, Antonio Gibson then has top 10 potential. Number two, you're going to have to see a big change in the coaching to take J.D. McKissic out of the role that he's been in basically over the past, it's going to be 2 years here. So the past year, 2 years, he's going to have to be taken out of that spot. I don't see it happening. So for that reason, I think that Antonio Gibson is kind of James Conner, touchdown dependent, RB2 is what he is. If he doesn't score a touchdown, he's going to be a bust because he's not making up for it in terms of his receiving ability, which is a shame because he's a very good football player. Next year is going to be the year of Antonio Gibson, though. Do you think they're going to go out? Do I think they're going to put Gibson on IR? So I'm no medical doctor. I have no medical practice, so don't take my medical advice. But I've watched what the Pro Football Doc said and the fantasy doctors say, and they say that this isn't an injury that's going to take, a week to heal with the bye week or whatever. It's going to be an ongoing issue. So I do think that there could be a point where they just say enough is enough because they are risking him for a greater chance of an injury when he's going to need surgery. So I think that there's a chance that at some point this team sucks. At some point they could say enough is enough. We're shutting him down for the year. We need him for the future. So I do think it's a real possibility. Emmanuel Sanders or Devonte? I would go with Devonte. Should I trade away Gibson for either Pittman or Herbert? If not, should I start Gibson or Mitchell? So I wouldn't do that trade. Like I'm guessing that's Khalil Herbert. Like I definitely wouldn't do that one. Pittman's kind of like but I would just start Elijah Mitchell if you have Elijah Mitchell. Should I trade Patterson, James Robinson, and Godwin for AJ Brown, Brandon Cooks, and Dalvin Cook? Ahmad, I would definitely do that. Yes, I would do that trade. Higgins, Uzama, and Fournette for CMC, Ridley, and Hunter Henry. I'd want the CMC side. Give me the CMC side, Kyler. James Conner, Chuba Hubbard, and Gainwell. Pick two. I would go with James Conner and Chuba Hubbard. Tyler. All right. And if you're ever on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow button. I'm going to end the TikTok live stream and restart it. I would like the video twice if I could. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. Thank you. Pick three. We got Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, Elijah Mitchell, or Kenneth Gainwell. I would sit Kenneth Gainwell. I would go the other guys. Should I trade Amari, Higgins, and Mixon for DJ and CD? I probably wouldn't, just because I love running backs. So I would definitely keep Mixon there. Should I start Cobb tonight? Depends on your other options. I do think that Cobb is viable tonight. Yes. I'm so weak at running back. Should I do Jacobs plus Debo for King Henry? Yeah, I would do that trade, Travis. Yeah. Hollywood Brown or Emmanuel Sanders? Hollywood Brown's on a bye week. So Emmanuel Sanders. Sutton Myers for DJ Moore? Yeah, I would do that. I want DJ Moore. Tunyon or Goddard? Goddard. Trade Marquise Brown for Amari Cooper? Yeah, I would probably do that. Yeah. Godwin or Darrell Williams? Darrell Williams for me. Should I sit Mike Evans this week? I can start AJ Green. No, I would still fire up Mike Evans personally. I would do that. How many points do you expect from Jerry Jeudy this week? So I don't expect a whole lot. Like he's lower in my rankings. I want to give it a week just to get him back and acclimated and all that. So I'm not super excited about Jerry Jeudy this week, but going forward, yeah, I love Jerry Jeudy. I love Jerry Jeudy heading into the season. And we got a $5 donation from Cody. Yo, shout out to Cody. Thank you for the $5 donation. We got Wentz or Lawrence. Play Landry or AJ Green or both. If one played Darrell Williams at flex, yes. So what I would do is Darrell Williams at flex, AJ Green. And then for Wentz or Lawrence, I need to look this up. Let me see which one I have higher. want to say Carson Wentz. Yes, I have Carson Wentz higher. So I will go with Carson Wentz, AJ Green, and Darrell Williams. And appreciate Cody for the $5 donation. And once again, if you are on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button for me. Do me a big favor. We're almost at 50 likes. Let's get up to 50 likes. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Also, if you're over on TikTok, well, actually, let me do this real quick. If you're over on TikTok, I'm going to end the stream and go live here in a minute. All right, I'm going to go back live on TikTok here. Go live again. Take advantage of this. And who thought my TikTok was funny? I thought my TikTok was funny. The gang's all here one. I thought that TikTok was all right. Should I trade CMC for top wide receiver if I have James Robinson and Patterson starting? Yeah, well, I feel like you could definitely get more than CMC unless you're getting like Cooper Kupp, then absolutely I would do that. But I think that you could get a little bit more for CMC, and I would try to trade him. Pick 2, Tyler. We got D-Hop, Godwin, and Jamar Chase. I'm going with D-Hop and Jamar Chase. It is actually, let me double check. Where do I have Godwin ranked? Yeah, Godwin's a little bit lower than he's decent amount. So I would go with Tyler, can you join the league? Yeah, I'll try here. Let me see. Discord. Hold on, un momento. Let me see. Oh man, what is my password? I don't remember what my password is for Yahoo. Man. There we go. Nickname Team Ozai. What? All right, that's good for now. Okay. Yeah, I just joined it. All right, I just joined the league. All right, so let's get back to it. So Cobb, a good pickup tonight. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your other options, but I do think that he's a decent start tonight. Yes. Yes. Should I trade Patterson, James Robinson, and Godwin for A.J. Brown, Brandon Cooks, and Dalvin Cook? Absolutely, I would do that trade, 100%. If I'm getting the Dalvin Cook side. D-Hop or Emmanuel Sanders, D-Hop. Thoughts on Connor tonight? I like James Conner tonight, yeah. Abandoned a team. Oh, okay. That's why I was Team Ozai. Gotcha. Pick 2. We got Kirk, Javonte Williams, or Devontae Booker. So I would go with Booker, and I would go with Javonte Williams. I was saying that I should be I was watching ESPN football podcast, and him versus Lattimore is not good. Yes. Yeah. I mean, Mike Evans definitely has had some issues with Marshawn Lattimore, but here's the thing about Mike Evans, is that Mike Evans is also a stud. In any given week, it can happen. This week without AB, I think that he's going to be okay. Should I trade Gibson and Cooper for Henderson? Should I trade Gibson and Cooper for Henderson? Yeah, I would do that trade. I would want Henderson. What should I do with Tyler Lockett, bro? Just hold on to him. Hold on to him. I know it's a little bit rough right now, but hold on to Tyler Lockett. Was offered Alice Collins and Mark Andrews for Robert Woods and A.J. Brown. I have Goddard as a tight end. Bad trade, or am I wrong? Yeah, I mean, I would probably do that side. If you're getting the A.J. Brown side, I would do that, yeah. What should I be, especially with Goddard going forward without Zach Ertz? I really like Goddard a lot. We have one more spot. Let me know if you want to join. Join a fantasy football league. Let MP know if you want to join a fantasy football league. What should we be looking for when trading away Gibson? I mean, it's really tough. Like, I'm looking for like an RB2 guy, kind of like a Chase Edmonds, and then you might even be able to get Chase Edmonds and somebody else. Or take Antonio Gibson and somebody else and trade for like Chase Edmonds and then somebody else like that, like another person. So, yeah, that's what it's really tough to say, but you're probably gonna have to take even Elijah Mitchell right now. Take Elijah Mitchell. I'm the AJ Brown side. Yeah, Dominic, I would do that side then if you're getting AJ Brown side. Schultz or Hunter? Schultz. Devontae Booker, Elijah Mitchell. D-Hop or Evans this week? D-Hop. I would go with D-Hop. Can I join the league? Yeah, ask MP. MP will let you know. Add MP. We're going to be in this chat asking him for advice on how to win in the league he's in. This is true. This is true. Cobb or Kirk tonight? I'm going to go with Cobb. Randall Cobb or Michael Carter at flex? Michael Carter still. Would you trade Marquise Brown for D-Hop? I would want D-Hop, yes. Would you recommend trading a running back for a running back? My running backs are Mixon, Henderson, and Monty when he comes back. Yeah, I mean, if you can, it's really tough, like, because you're going to have to find somebody who likes the running back that you have, and then you just like the running back that they have, and you just do the trade. So it is kind of difficult to just pull off a running back for a running back, but you could do it. You're probably going to have to do like a 2-for-2, though. I think that's going to be your safest bet, unless you can kind of like find a person that you like and find a person that they like, and you know that's always tough though. Like that doesn't happen that a whole lot. AJ Green or Randall Cobb? Give me Randall Cobb tonight. Schultz or Hunter? Schultz. Tyler, I think it auto-drafted you getting Gibby free for... I would be a little sad if that were to happen. Would you trade Kamara if my backs are Najee, Dehen, and Swift? No. I'm kind of in the same situation. Ooh, wait, whoa. Wait, who is your... Those might be the literally the same running backs I have. Dude, Matt, not even kidding you. Look at this league. This is my best league right now, where my team is absolutely stacked. This is a 12-team full-point PPR league right now. Here are my running backs. Darrell Henderson, Deandre Swift, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon. That's my running backs right now. Boy, beautiful. And I'm not going to trade one of them. I could probably trade one for a wide receiver because I could probably use a better wide receiver too. But right now in this this situation, nah, because running backs get hurt. Running backs miss time, and running backs are so valuable. So no, I wouldn't do that. How do I join Discord? Discord is down in the description. You're going to see it down in the description. There should be a link. Join the Discord and of this video. Go down there and you can get them. Get in the Discord. Should I do CMC for K1? I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't do that. Ertz or Uzama? Ertz. Julio and Odell for Godwin? Yeah, I would do that. Should I trade Debo for AJ Brown because of his injury potential? I would want AJ Brown's side, yes. Start Mike Davis or JD McKissick? I would go with JD McKissick. I can't tell anybody to start Mike Davis again. I got totally burned by him last week. I'm not trusting that man again. No way. Should I trade Keenan Allen for Calvin Ridley? I'd want Calvin Ridley, yeah. Please answer for week 8. We got Justin Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, Jamar Chase. I also have Joe Mixon playing. Pick 2. So I would go Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Thoughts on Scary Terry rest of the season? I like Scary Terry. I think that he's more of a high-end wide receiver 2 than a wide receiver 1 just because this offense this team sucks. But, Taylor Heineke isn't the greatest, so I think he's more of a wide receiver 2. Hunter Henry or Robert Tonyan? I will go with Hunter Henry. Schultz or Goddard? Goddard. Who should I start, Schultz or Goddard? The same question. Goddard. Tyler, would you be down for a live draft? Yeah, I mean, I could do a lot. Oh, you're saying do it on YouTube? Yeah, I could probably do it on YouTube. Yeah, if you wanted to do that, yeah. Mike Evans, then we should do it tomorrow night. Do it tomorrow night, unless you want me to make a YouTube video out of it. Pick 2, we got Keenan Allen, OBJ, AJ Green, Tony, and Julio. Keenan Allen and I would go with Tony. What are your thoughts on Randall Cobb? Would you start him over Michael Gallup or Tyler Boyd? Yes, I would start him over both of them. Kelsey, Thielen, Moss, or Swift, Deontay Johnson? I'd rather have Swift than Deontay Johnson. No, right now. Do it right now? I can't do it right now. I'm giving fantasy advice. I can't do it right now. Would you trade Diggs for Metcalf? I'd want Diggs. No. I have Debo and Jefferson at wide receiver and Robinson at flex. Should I start DK over any of these? Debo and Jefferson and Robinson. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that, Luke. No, I wouldn't do that. No. I would keep what you have. And real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. We're up to 52 likes. Nice job, people. Smash that like button if you want some good karma this upcoming weekend in fantasy football. So smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile in the description, the link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, if you're interested, you want to get your questions answered, become a member. It's as low as $2.99. One thing that you get, though, the number one thing you get is priority in chat. You get a green name tag. You get a little a badge next to your name as well, and you get priority in chat. So if you want your questions answered, right there, you see Sammy Gibson. He's a member. He has the green name tag, a badge next to his name. He 100% gets his question answered every single time. Sign up to be a member, low as $2.99 a month, and you get, there's different tiers, different things you unlock. All right, so lineup this week, we got Hurts, Patterson, Hubbard, Lamb, Mike Williams, Gronk, D-Hop, Debo, Tyler Bass, Seahawks D, with bench, Rodgers, Emmanuel Sanders, Gibson, Gainwell, and Ertz. How are we feeling? Yeah, no, I think that looks good. That looks optimal in my opinion. I think it looks good, Sammy. We can do a draft after the stream. I mean, I'm down for whatever. Whatever you want to do, I'm down. Randall Cobb or Sutton? Sutton. Oh, because we'd have to do it for this week. Can you make it live right now? Can you do it live? Because then we would miss this week, technically. So if we do the draft right now, are we able to start the players for this week? Optimize and MP. Are we able to start the players this week or actually play this week? All right, we got a $5 donation from Landon. Yo, appreciate you, Landon. So we got Randall Cobb, Chase Edmonds, Dallas Goddard, or Elijah Mitchell at flex. Thanks. Okay, so what I would do is full point PPR. I would go with Chase Edmonds there. Give me Chase Edmonds at full point PPR. Landon, appreciate the $5 donation. Shout out to Landon. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Samuel Gibson. Tyler, hey, and look at that. John Wall. Whoa, John Wall. Is this the real John Wall? Yo, John Wall becomes a member. Shout out to John Wall. Hey, I need to actually start shouting these people out when I do this. I'm going to do also Landon. And Samuel. Well, I'll do Sammy Gibson. Because it says it's in. All right, W's. And we got, oops. We got TV. Yo, W to TV and chat with the $5 donation. Hey. And TV, did you have a question as well? Okay, there we go. I didn't know how to put the name message in my dono, huge L. It's okay. TV, ask it, and I'll answer your question. No problem. Go ahead and ask your question. I'll be looking for it. Okay? I'll look for it and I'll answer it. I'll make sure I answer it for you. Should I trade Amari, Mixon, and Higgins for DJ Moore and CD? All right. Honestly, I would want the. That's really close. So John, is this full point PPR? Is this PPR or what? John, what are the scoring? What is the scoring for this league? Let me know, and then I'll answer it. So Chase Edmonds or whoa. Give me Khalil Herbert. Keenan Allen or DJ Moore? DJ Moore for me. Who should I drop when Jerry Jeudy is not on IR? Pittman or Tony? Oh, neither one of them. If I had to pick one, I would pick Tony, but I hate it. But if you have to drop one, I would do that. Unless you don't have, I would do that. Unless you have a kicker you could drop. Honestly, I would drop my kicker and try to do a trade before I drop one of those guys. Personally, that's what I would do. And if TV, if you ask your question, okay, there it is. Gotcha. My lineup this week is Tannehill, Cook, Fournette, Jefferson, Debo, Godwin, Ricky Seals-Jones, Niners defense, and Greg Williams. How is it? That's a really good starting lineup this week. Honestly, that's really good. Wide receivers look really good. Tannehill, he's okay, but he'll be all right this weekend. And then your running backs are really good. I think that you should have a really good shot at winning this week. It looks really good, TV. Nice job. And we got Cody with the $10 donation. Yo, appreciate this. Wow. This day has been nuts. It's been nuts so far today with these donos, and we also have a bunch of people signing up to become members. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you all. Thank you to everybody in chat today. Especially shout out to all my members. Shout out to people that are donating, but shout out to every single one of you for hanging out with me and being a member. Or just being a fan of the show. Thank you. So thanks for the advice. No problem. Thank you. I have Taylor, Hunt, CEH, Mixon, and Montgomery. A few more weeks, I'll be stacked at running back. Would you trade Mixon for Ridley? Someone offered me Deontay Johnson for Taylor, but I turned it down. So me personally, I probably wouldn't do that. I just feel like that you could get a little bit more for Mixon. Like running backs, in my opinion, are so much more valuable, and you will be stacked, but like, when do these guys actually come back is going to be the real question, because we have a little bit on their timeline, but it's not for sure. So I'd rather just keep Mixon right now, just keep firing him up. And then as you get closer, say like CEH is set to return, then I would try to do a trade. When is your trade deadline, Cody? Do you know when your trade deadline is? Like me personally, I just feel like you could get somebody better for with Joe Mixon, honestly, is what I would do. I would just hold Joe Mixon for right now. Trade Allen for DJ Moore, yes or no? Allen. Who's Allen? Like Josh Allen? Or Keenan Allen? I mean, if it's Josh Allen, if you don't need Josh Allen, I would do that. But if it's Keenan Allen, absolutely. The third. Ooh, oh, okay. So you won't be able to know. All right. So I guess it's not bad. I just rather have Joe Mixon. But if you really need a wide receiver, Cody, I do think it's okay. I just feel like you could get a better wide receiver, though. That's how I feel. Joe Mixon should be treated as one of the, an RB1 because he is. So, if you want to do the trade, I mean, pull it. I don't think it's that bad of a trade. It's just, once again, I have a fetish for running backs, okay? The fetish is a weird word. I have an obsession with running backs. I love running backs, and I love stockpiling running backs on my team. And yes, you have amazing running backs, and I would just keep stockpiling them. As long as you have a true wide receiver 1, and if you're good there, then, I mean, I think wide receiver 2, you can just keep returning, or like a rotating door of guys. So Zach Martin with a $2 donation. Yo, shout out to Zach Martin. Appreciate it. Would you start Julio or Waddle? I would start Waddle. Terrible matchup, but I would still fire him up this week. I think he'll be an okay play. He'll see a decent amount of targets, have a decent amount of catches. So fire up Waddle this week. Appreciate the $2 donation from Zach. Is Robert Tonyan a good play? I think he's okay. It's not like something that I'm overly confident on, but he's okay. It's a really tough matchup for him. I know that there's a lot of guys hurt, but it's a tough matchup. Someone offered me Eckler and Pittman for Miles Sanders and Scary Terry. That's just horrible. That is terrible. Trade or drop CMC. I need your final say. I mean, absolutely trade for him. Or trade. I would never drop CMC. No way. Trade. Cardinals defense or Denver's defense this week? Denver for me. I'll go with Denver. Rodgers or Hurts and Schultz or Hunter? I would go with Hurts and Schultz. Drop, I mean keep. Oh, okay. I would keep. I mean, if you can trade, like I would definitely send out some trade offers for CMC. But if you don't get anything that's really good and you don't feel confident in, then don't do it. Just keep them. Pick 2, we got Gibson, Elijah Mitchell, or Devonte Booker. I would go with Elijah Mitchell and Devonte Booker this week. I meant keep. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say drop him. What? That's craziness. Rather have CD or Cooper rest of the year. CD. I was wrong about that one. I thought Amari Cooper would be the guy, unless that's Cooper Kupp, then Cooper Kupp. I thought Amari Cooper would be the wide receiver 1 for this team, but CD definitely looks like he's the wide receiver 1. Goddard or Gesicki? For me this week, Goddard. I don't really like the matchup. Actually, let me double check. I do have Mike Gesicki higher. I'm going to move that, though. I'm going to change that. I love Mike Gesicki, but this is a terrible matchup for him as well. I'm going to go with Dallas Goedert. I moved Mike Gesicki down 1 spot. Your stream, writing college essay? Oh, I'm sure. I've been there, done that. I remember there was 1 year where I had to write a college essay, and it was my final. It was a final, and literally stayed up, like, just putting it off, and I stayed up till like 7 o'clock in the morning. Finally finished it. It was due at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I literally submitted it at like 6:50 in the morning. I was like, oh gosh, it's just terrible. Dalton, we got Dalton, sit 1, Devonte, Kenny Gaines, T.Y. Hilton, and Jarrell Williams. So I would sit, out of all those guys, I would sit T.Y. I would start Devonte, Jarrell Williams, and Kenny Gainwell. Should I trade Pittman and Tony for Emmanuel Sanders or try to get RB 2.5? Yeah, I wouldn't do that trade. I would try to get an RB. Like I think that Pittman and Tony is a lot for giving up Emmanuel Sanders. Unless you're giving up Emmanuel Sanders for Pittman and Tony, then I would definitely do that. But if it's the other side, I wouldn't do that. You should make an app. You think I should make an app? What should I do for the app? What should the app be? Just a fantasy app? I do like Sleeper, but I think Sleeper's like, I like the way Sleeper looks, but I just think it's really clunky. Like I don't know. I think that it's kind of hard to use on the, like, at times. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. I do want to start really getting into DFS though. And sports betting is honestly what I really want to start getting into. And like I said, I want to build my own optimizer or have someone build it for me, depending on the cost and how much I end up making this year. Pittman or Sutton this week? I want to go with, I would go with, let me double check. That's got to be close too. Pittman, Sutton. I have Pittman 1 spot higher than Sutton. So really like them both. Mike Evans for Calvin Ridley. I'd probably want, honestly, at this point, I think that they're pretty even, to be completely honest with you. I'd probably honestly just stick with Mike Evans. Honestly, that's probably what I would do. Now, is it correct that you are doing a draft tonight? Is there room to join? You'd have to ask MP about that. I'm not totally sure. I know that we're in a fantasy league. I have no idea when this is partaking, what time it's scheduled. I don't know if there's empty spots or not. You'd have to ask MP. If MP's in here, MP, let me know. Let Iron know. Thanks for that advice. Would you start Julio Jones or Zach Moss? Zach Moss. Since MVS is out, I pick up St. Brown or start Van Jefferson. I would go with St. Brown. I would try. I've been asking the same question for 30 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. Stewie, what's your question? I'll answer it. Trade Josh Jacobs and Chris Godwin for Javonte Williams and CEH. Still have Diggs, McLaurin, Mike Williams, and Pittman. Need an RB. Is that a W? Let me see. Okay, so you're getting Javonte Williams and CEH. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's fine. Stewie, yeah, that's okay. I think it's a W for both sides, to be honest with you. Should I do Najee and Debo for Kupp and Taylor? Ooh, I'd probably want Kupp. Yeah, honestly, Kupp is so good. So I've only been around since week 3 with the PGA streams answering questions. What content do you do out of season? So my plan is, last year I honestly took a little bit of a break, actually a long break, because I kind of burned myself out a little bit. But this year I haven't been going as hard. Like, I could definitely go harder right now and like post a video. I mean, I kind of do post a video every single day, but there are some days that I kind of take it off a little bit. Not take it off, but just don't work as hard because I definitely don't want to burn myself out because in the off season. So this is my plan for the off season. I plan on doing last year I didn't really do anything with Dynasty. I want to get big into Dynasty leagues. I also want to do I want to build my own optimizer. I want to be able to create a product that I can sell. Okay, that's kind of what I want to do. So I want to have an optimizer. I also want to do like really get my own projections, everything. Like I did it this season as well. Like I did my own projections and everything. But it was honestly like the first time I did it, really like thoroughly, where this off season I really want to dive into it and have it completely ready and build something that I'm able to just like kind of plug in each and every single week and have this optimizer as well for DFS and get big into DFS. So I want to do, there's number one is Dynasty League. Number two is the optimizer and all that stuff, building my projections. And then the third thing is really honing in on Superflex. I don't think that there's a whole lot of Superflex auction and Superflex. Those are two things that I definitely want to do. So auction and Superflex, I don't think that there's a whole lot of content out there. And I think that leagues are going to start becoming more and more Superflex. So I wanted to start creating a lot of content for both of those. So that's my goal for the off season. I'm going to be very busy, a very busy individual. Should I start Rondale Moore or stash him for the rest of the year? I would just stash him right now. I don't think Rondale Moore is going to be that important unless something happens to AJ Green or DeAndre Hopkins or Christian Kirk. Just way down there right now in terms of snaps. Herbert or Chuba Hubbard? I would go with Herbert or Chuba Hubbard. Herbert or Chuba Hubbard. I have Herbert's one spot higher. Herbert. Do I accept MVS, Evans, and Cooks for Mike Williams? No, I would want the Evans-Cooks side. Javonte Henderson for Jacobs and D-Hop. Who wins? Give me the Henderson side. I want the Henderson side, honestly. Play Kirk tonight or trust that Corey Davis will be good for Sunday against the Bengals. I have no other wide receivers this week. So I think Corey Davis will play. But if you want to play it safe, I mean, fire up. I don't see a massive difference between him and Christian Kirk. Honestly, let me check my rankings. I might have Christian Kirk higher. I don't think he's going to be higher, but he's probably going to be pretty close. Christian Kirk. Yeah, I would just go Christian Kirk. I don't think it's that big of a difference tonight. Tua or Tannehill? Tannehill. Who's the better long-term, CD or Hopkins? So just for this season, I would go with CD. Higgins or Amari this week? And I'm sorry, John, I missed that question. I was talking. Higgins or Amari? I would go with Amari Cooper, John. Amari Cooper. Should I start Dak Prescott or Kyler Murray? For me, Kyler Murray. Start Randall Cobb, Devontae Booker if Saquon is out, or Tyler Lockett. Devontae Booker. I don't think that Saquon's going to play this week. Tunyon or Connor? Connor. Also, this feels like a perfect time to do a quick little plug. So if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Why is my phone dying? My phone is literally dying faster than it's charging. So that's great. But smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. You get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. All right, let's get back to it. Gainwell or Elijah Mitchell? Elijah Mitchell. I'm starting to get on the Tony train. Tony looks all right. Yeah, definitely. He looks good. Which Green Bay wide receivers should I start? Should I start over Keenan Allen in standard? No, I wouldn't. And if you had to start one of them, I would start Randall Cobb tonight. Gaskin or McKissick? For me, I would go with let me see here. Who do I have higher? I have Myles Gaskin higher. Myles Gaskin. Thoughts about the Bengals RB options versus the Jets? I mean, give me, like, Voss, are you talking about, like, P. Ryan and Chris Evans? Like, one of them? I mean, I really don't like them, but if I had to pick one, I would say P. Ryan. Tyler, would you judge me if I picked Nate Peterson first round? No, I'd be happy. Do that, Ozai. Do it. Do it, please. Gaskin or McKissick? Gaskin. Uzama or Ertz? What do you think about Alex Collins? I think it's all right. I think he's okay, but him and Rashad Penny nearly had even snap counts. So I know that Alex Collins ended up out-touching him by like 10 or something, but still, I think it's going to be close. Pick 3 to start. We got DK, Lockett, Debo, Emmanuel Sanders, Ruggs. So I would start DK, Debo, Emmanuel Sanders. Mo. Dallas Goddard or Mike Gesicki rest of the season. Needs reasoning on who to use in a trade. For me, Mike Gesicki. I think that Mike Gesicki has shown. Mike Gesicki right now is tight end number 3 in fantasy football. He's an absolute stud as an athlete. Like in the 99, I think he's actually in the 98th percentile in terms of spark athlete score. So an absolute freak of nature when it comes to the tight end position. Him and Tua have shown that they had a connection last year. He's tight end number 4 after Tua took over. So he's been good last year, showing that he can continue. He's tight end number 3 with a goose egg in week 1. He's tight end number 3 in fantasy football with a goose egg in week 1. Gesicki is the guy that you want. And I'm going to say this live right now. Everybody can hear it. Mike Gesicki is the person that we want George Kittle to be. He's the tight end that we want George Kittle to be. Get Mike Gesicki. Get him. Stud. What's a good app or website gives good fantasy rankings? Aspire Sports. If you sign up with their Patreon. Honestly, I think Fantasy Pro is probably like the best, though. To be completely honest with you. I mean, obviously, I think my rankings are the best, but Fantasy Pros are free, and you get to pick all your different experts, which is nice. Which I've been trying to get over on Fantasy Pros, but they won't get back to me. I don't know why. I think I have a decent following over, across all social media platforms right now. So I thought that they would let me in, but they haven't let me in yet. I guess you have to be part of the special club. But I'm going to be part of the special club, and I'm going to get my rankings over there at Fantasy Pros so everybody can see them. But I think that honestly is one of the better ones. Membership rankings. Yes, sir. Yes, Yuki gets it. I got my rankings, all of them. Flex rankings, yada, defense, kicker, yada, yada. Next, I do need to work on super flex rankings. That is something, once again, that I'm going to continue to work on. How do I get your website or app? So, if you become a member, number 1, becoming a member, you get priority in chat, but then also there's different tiers that you unlock. One of the tiers you unlock rankings. So, becoming a member, you can sign up. I'll put it in chat right now. You can sign up that way or over on Patreon, where our Patreon is the links down in the description. You can click that and go over to Patreon. I mean, it's as low as $1. You get my rankings. If you want my rankings, it's $1. It's pay what you can. So if it's worth $1 to you, hey, pay $1. If it's worth $5 to you, hey, pay $5. Whatever it is worth to you over on Patreon, you get access to my rankings. I post them every single week. So you can do the YouTube membership or the Patreon, whatever works best for you. And we got Landon with the $5 donation if Dak Prescott doesn't play on Sunday in a 2-quarterback Superflex league. Should I start Mac Jones, Elijah Mitchell, Kenneth Gainwell, or Dallas Goedert? I would still go with Mac Jones. I'm always going to play a running back, or I'm always going to play a quarterback, at least a startable quarterback, and I do think that Mac Jones will be startable. I think that he'll probably score just around as many points as Elijah Mitchell with more upwards of like 20. So I would definitely go with Mac Jones if Dak Prescott does not play. Tyler, who's Eckler's handcuff? Honestly, so the guy that I would want if something were to happen to Austin Eckler, for me, it would be Justin Jackson, because I just view Justin Jackson having the biggest impact in the receiving game, where the other guys will be involved in terms of their carries and maybe red zone work. But I do think that Justin Jackson is the best football player. He's been somebody that's really banged up, but he'll be involved more in the passing game. So I would rather have him. Booker, Javonte Williams, or D. Williams for my RB. Pick one. I would go with Booker there, Mo. Booker. Emmons or Mitchell? Mitchell. And we got a we got a $2 donation from Zach Martin. Appreciate it, brother. And appreciate you, Landon, as well. I don't think I said that, but appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you, Landon. And from Zach, we got, would you trade Diggs for Ridley and Marvin Jones? No, I don't think I would. I would keep Stephon Diggs personally. I would keep Stephon Diggs unless you're hurting bad at wide receiver and really you got Diggs and then a whole bunch of garbage. I would still just keep Diggs though. Just keep Diggs is what I would do. McLaurin for Cooks plus Devonte. Yeah, I would do that trade. Brady, I would do that one. Yes. Chuba Hubbard or Cordell Patterson. They play each other this week. I would go with Cordell Patterson as long as it's PPR. Trade away Donovan Peoples-Jones and A.J. Dillon for Miles Sanders. Yeah, I would do that. Should I trade Hawkinson for Mike Gesicki? No, I would still go with Hawkinson. So the rest of the season rankings for me for tight end are going to go Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, TJ Hawkinson, Mike Gesicki, George Kittle. That's my rest of the season rankings for a tight end right now, the top 5. So for me, Mike Gesicki's number 4 for the rest of the season. And hey, your boy, I was very high on Mike Gesicki heading into the season, I must say. Okay. You know, I obviously will admit when I get some wrong, and I do get some wrong. I was not high on Mike Williams. I was not particularly high on Debo Samuel at all. 2 guys that I definitely missed on, but I was definitely high on Mike Gesicki, definitely high on DeAndre Swift. I love Mike Gesicki. He was the guy that I was always drafting in my drafts because you could get him like around round 10, which was perfect. It was beautiful. Get him, you get Jalen Hurts round 9, Mike Gesicki round 10. And starting running backs. That's what you needed to do this year. Except trade Eckler and Devonte Smith for Nick Chubb and Calvin Ridley. I'd probably do that trade. Yes, Alex. Do I accept this trade? He gets Swift, Beasley, Broncos D. I get Jonathan Taylor and Pittman. 18-team league. So I'm assuming that you need some wide receiver help. That's why you're going to do it. I would probably do that. I think that's pretty fair. Yes, I would do that trade. Should I start Cobb over Shepard? No, I would go Shepard. Tunyon or Ricky Seals-Jones? Ricky Seals. Trade Jacobs, Sutton, Julio, Kelsey for Saquon, DJ, Goddard, and Kittle. Yeah, I would do that trade, yes. Sanders or Cobb? Emmanuel Sanders. Pittman or Higgins rest of the season? For me, Pittman. I traded Schultz. I also have Hawkinson, Gibson, A-Rob, and Sutton for Goddard, Deontay Johnson, and James Robinson. Yeah, I like that trade. That's a W. Yes, W. Thanks, bro. You're welcome. Should I start Cobb over Shepard? No, I'll go Shepard. 2 out of Cooks, Cobb, Lockett, Javonte Williams, McKissick. So Cooks for me, and I would go with Javonte Williams. Actually, let me double check this. I need to double check that. Yeah, Javonte Williams. That's who I would go. Who do I start? Justin Jefferson, Mike Williams, Debo, Deontay Johnson. Justin Jefferson, well, out of how many do you get to start? Bryson. Ron Rivera, Antonio Gibson. He's just scratching the surface of his potential. Yeah. Okay, listen here. That's coach noise if I've ever heard it. Just like early in the season. Oh, he's going to be Christian McCaffrey this year. He's going to have Christian McCaffrey workload. Yeah, he's not even playing on second or third downs. Come on now. Hey, listen, I love Antonio Gibson. Okay, don't get me wrong. Next year, I think we're a year too early for the true breakout of Antonio Gibson. Flex Elijah Mitchell or Darrell Williams? Darrell Williams. In hockey or Schultz? Hawkinson. Sutton or Gainwell, full point PPR. Sutton for me. Should I trade Barkley and Keenan Allen for Kupp? I need a wide receiver and have a lot of running back depth. What's up, Cat? Get down, dude. Probably wants food. Harassing me for food. Give me food, master. should I trade? Okay, so what was it again? Oh, okay. Barkley and Keenan Allen for Cup. I would do that, yeah. I would do that trade, Jake. Who do I sit? Oh, okay. Who do you sit? All right, got it. Justin Jefferson, Mike Williams, Debo, Deontay Johnson. I would sit Mike Williams. Toughest matchup. Should I trade Evans, Julio, and Chenault for Keenan, Robbie, and Tunyon? I would keep Evans' side. I want the Evans side, Parker. Who do I drop for a QB? We got Gerald Williams, Antonio Gibson, Kadarius Toney, or Dalton Schultz. I would go with Dalton Schultz. I would go with Dalton Schultz there. I would hate to drop him, but Tyler, would you take Gronk or Dalton Schultz as a backup tight end? That's really, really tough. I would say Gronk, but Schultz is a really, really good tight end as well. Honestly, he is. I would probably go with Gronk though, but it's really close. Schultz or Goddard? Goddard this week. Should I sell high on Julio Jones or sell? Absolutely. Sell Antonio or sell Julio Jones for whatever you can sell him for. Yes. Should I or no? Is Randall Cobb a safer play over T.Y. Hilton, AJ Green, or Tyler Boyd this week? So yeah, I mean, I would probably play him over those guys. The only one, AJ Green's really close to him. It's AJ Green or him for me. Is D-Hop a must start? I think he's a really good start. Yeah, he's a top 10 wide receiver for me this week. Pick 3, we got Keenan Allen, Woods, Emmanuel Sanders, Claypool, Deontay Johnson, Khalil Herbert, Pittman. So, start 3. I would go with Deontay Johnson, Khalil Herbert, and Keenan Allen. A.B. and Elijah Mitchell for Diggs and Montgomery? Yes. Should I trade Claypool, Edmonds, Waddle for Keenan Allen and Brandon Cooks? I'm getting Keenan Allen and Brandon Cooks. Yeah, I would do that trade. McLaurin for Ridley? I would want Ridley, yes. Mo Alley Cox or Uzama? For me, Uzama. I would go with CJ Uzama. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're over on TikTok right now, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. Caught up to the questions over on YouTube. So come on over. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile. Go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile in the description is my link tree. My link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel. Thank you. You're welcome. Do I trade Gibson, Kupp, Gronk for Kamara, Jefferson, and Robert Woods? Yeah, I would do that trade. Yes, I would do that trade. Any chance Herbert takes a job from Demont? He did really well. I don't think he does, but I definitely think he's earned more playing time. I think that he's going to have a larger role in this offense. I will say he looks really good. He does look really good right now. It looks like the Bears have found a gem. Jerry Jeudy, Gainwell, or Randall Cobb, how would you rank them? Jerry Jeudy, I would go with Randall Cobb and Gainwell. With that being said, pick 2. We got Alex Collins, Myles Gaskin, Marquez Callaway, AJ Green, Robbie Anderson. So I would go with Alex Collins and Myles Gaskin. Kirk or AJ Green for my starting lineup. I have Christian Kirk higher, so Christian Kirk. CD or Ridley? CD. 12-man league. We have, should I give Calvin Ridley a start or I give his spot if healthy? Well, who else would you be playing, Manuel? Brandon Cooks or Darrell Williams? Darrell Williams. I have Godwin and Evans. Which should I try to trade? I mean, I would try to trade. I think Mike Evans' value is incredibly high right now, so he's probably be the best one to trade. But I'd rather have him over Godwin for the rest of the season. But I do think that you would get the most for Evans. D-Hop and Gronk are both officially playing. There we go. Rob Gronkowski. Hey, Tyler, just back from earlier. MVS is officially out. Okay, so MVS is officially out, everyone. MVS is officially out. Dak or Tua? Dak. As long as he plays. Pick 1. We got Darrell Williams, Chase Edmonds, Julio, or Hardman. Darrell Williams for me. Inc. What league are you having the most success in? Honestly, this league probably. This league is really good that I'm in right now. I'm in 3rd place. This league's looking really good. Or ESPN league. What's my ESPN league? This one's really good too, honestly. This team is pretty good. No, not that one. Let's get Swifty. Zeke and destroy. This team is pretty good. I got Jamar Chase, DJ Moore, Mike Kasich, Ezekiel Elliott, Deandre Swift, Jonathan Taylor. Team looking pretty good. It's all right, but I think it's honestly pretty good. But this one is probably my best league right now. I think this league is really good. My team is stacked in this league. Trade Mixon and Gronk for Swift PPR. Yeah, I would probably do that. I mean, I think that you could get Swift and somebody else, honestly. Mike Williams or Cooper? Mike Williams. Elijah Mitchell or Gibson? Elijah Mitchell. Would you trade D-Hop for... Who would you trade D-Hop for? I mean, it's really tough for me to say, but I would say like a top 12 running back. Tony, don't do that. Which one's Tony? Oh, okay. That one? I feel like that you could get a little bit more for Swift. Like Mixon and Gronk for Swift. But I do love Swift. Hey, Swift is RB number 3. I don't think people truly understand how good Deandre Swift has been this year. He's currently RB number 3. The man is a stud in PPR leagues. The man is the GOAT in PPR leagues. I said this early in the season. Austin Eckler has been really good. But Deandre Swift is Austin Eckler. A better Austin Eckler. Real life better. A real life football player that's better than Austin Eckler. Okay? In real life, he's better than Austin Eckler in terms of talent. Fantasy football, he's been very, very good so far this season. Should I start Cook or Hunter Henry? Jared Cook. I would go with Hunter Henry, Logan. Should I start Javonte Williams or Darrell Williams? Darrell Williams. CMC and Woods for Swift and Lamb. Yeah, I would do that. I think that's fair. I mean, I would want the Swift side and Lamb. I don't know if that's fair. If that's being offered, I would definitely want the Swift side. Mike Williams over Cooper for the rest of the season, though. Yeah, I honestly would rather have Mike Williams over Cooper, yes. Jerry Jeudy or Woods? Jerry Jeudy. Cobb or Gibson? I would go with Gibson. Let me guess, you're going to draft DeAndre Swift? Absolutely. Absolutely. I drafted DeAndre Swift for every single league that I was in this year. But look. Okay, let's go through all my leagues real quick, okay? Actually, let's see if I have them. All right, so here's this league. There's DeAndre Swift. Let's go to Get Swifty. Well, you can tell that this team already has DeAndre Swift. There's DeAndre Swift. This team I'm 3-4 in, yet I have the 3rd most points scored. You gotta love fantasy football, you know? 3rd most points scored, yet I'm 3-4. Love it. All right, this league's pretty good. Oh, there's DeAndre Swift. There's DeAndre Swift. Wait, what about this league? Diggs in a blanket. Let's go look at it. Wait, can you guess who I got? Oh, there's DeAndre Swift. Wait, how about this league? Run CMC had Christian McCaffrey. This team would be so good if Christian McCaffrey was healthy. Oh, but there's DeAndre Swift. There's DeAndre Swift. Wait, let's go to the Chimera virus. This league is not, I'm not doing very hot in this one. This is a points league because I took a risk with my quarterbacks and it has not paid off. It has not paid off. But whoa. There's DeAndre Swift. There he is. Let's go over to my other Yahoo. Obviously you can tell. Get Swifty. Wait, who is it? Where is he? There he is. There's DeAndre Swift. There he is. Those are my leagues, my main leagues that I'm in. So obviously you can tell. I love DeAndre Swift heading into the season. Absolutely love them. Cordell Patterson for Dalton Schultz. I'm getting Dalton Schultz. I probably wouldn't do that. I feel like you could get something better. I would take Cordell Patterson another piece and get Dalton Schultz. Or get somebody better. I have the most... you could probably get Dalton Schultz in another piece. That's honestly what I would do. I would want Dalton Schultz in another piece. LOL, dude, do you ever sleep? I never sleep. What is sleep? The sleep is for the weak. I'll sleep enough when I die. DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, AJ Brown. Start 2, DJ Moore and AJ Brown. Elijah Mitchell or Zach Moss? Elijah Mitchell. Start Brandon Cooks or Darrell Williams. I would go with Darrell Williams. Hawkinson and AJ for scary Terry. You think he would accept that? Probably not. Or Hawkinson, no, that's not that bad. I think that's a fair trade. Wait, did you really say Elijah Mitchell over Gibson this week? Really? Easily. Okay, here's the thing with Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson needs to score a touchdown to be relevant. Okay, I don't think it's easy. I shouldn't say easy. Okay, I shouldn't say easy. I think that they're basically the same kind of player, except Elijah Mitchell is playing more snaps. Listen, I have been very vocal about not liking Antonio Gibson this year. Antonio Gibson, for me, is somebody that I just think is a bit overhyped. Doesn't play in, listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing with running backs that you want. Running backs need to play and see work in the receiving game to really be valuable. Antonio Gibson doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. And he plays on this defense is absolutely horrendous for Washington right now as well. So they have negative game scripts. So you have a running back that's basically James Conner right now is what he is. Antonio Gibson is basically James Conner, but plays on a worse offense, on a worse team. So you have a terrible defense mixed with a running back that doesn't play doesn't play third downs, and it doesn't play on 2-minute offenses, now has a shin injury. What is there to like about Antonio Gibson other than the potential that you want Antonio Gibson to be great, which everyone wants Antonio Gibson to be great. I think Antonio Gibson is incredibly talented, but this team obviously for some freaking reason loves J.D. McKissic. I just don't understand, but that's how it is. So for me, Antonio Gibson is somebody that I think is a low-end RB2 at this point. Low-end RB2. How are we feeling about Connor at flex? I like Connor. I love James Conner, especially this week in a game that they're favored 6.5 points. Should be winning. He should be seeing a decent amount. And this is somebody I talked about in the preseason as well. James Conner is Kenyon Drake in this offense. Kenyon Drake last year was a top 15 running back in fantasy football. Make Gibson great again. For real, that's what we need. And I'm telling you, next year is going to be the year because J.D. McKissic is going to be a free agent. Come on. Guys, if the Washington football team re-signs J.D. McKissic, we're going to start a petition on this show. It's going to be a petition to the Washington football team. They're going to be canceled if they sign J.D. McKissic back. Who's going to sign that petition? Next year, say me, if you're going to sign that petition next year, if the Washington football team brings back J.D. McKissic, okay? No offense to J.D. McKissic as a football player. Hey, do you, man. But we want Antonio Gibson to be that third down back and be a top 10 running back, a potential top 5 running back in the NFL. Not going to happen unless J.D. McKissic is gone. The idea of Gibson is better. Exactly. We thought he'd be without a quarterback, he would get the workload. Exactly. The idea of Gibson is great. Yo, Tyler, what's up? My meeting with my coworker went overtime and had a ratio. I guess it made me. Yo, what else, the clan? Yeah, we're honestly going to start our own petition next year if this team re-signs J.D. McKissic. Come on now. What are you thinking here? Just join the live. I'm sure you already spoke on this. Pick one, Tunyon or Washington's tight end. Yeah, I would go with Ricky Seals. You think the Deshaun Watson trade going to happen before the trade deadline? No, honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to get traded. But in the 2-quarterback super flex leagues, I'm definitely holding him just in case. In case it happens. Never say never, right? But I don't think it's going to happen. Would you trade Derrick Henry? And if so, what would it take? He's my best player in a team. I mean, honestly, okay. If I'm trading Derrick Henry, right? I'm getting a top 10 running back and a top 10 wide receiver, 100%. At least. That's what I'm getting. A top 10 wide receiver and a top 10 running back. And if they don't want that, then don't take it. Derrick Henry should be RB1 this season. Can we talk about Eckler being did not practice today after he was healthy all week? He gave a press conference, said he was fine. So unless he falls off walking, I think he'll play. Yeah, he should be good then. He should be good. We'll know tomorrow. Tomorrow will be telling. Corey Davis or AJ Green? I'm going to go with AJ Green there. Higgins or Cobb? Higgins. Over or under 5 sacks for the Packers defense tonight? Under. Should I trade Chuba Hubbard? My running backs are DeAndre Swift, Alvin Kamara, and Kenneth Gainwell. Or should I trade Kenneth Gainwell? I would try to trade Chuba Hubbard. I would try to do that. I think he has more value. Cobb, Landry, or Odell. Cobb, Higgins, or Cobb. Higgins. Do I trade away Noah Fant, Alex Collins, and Marvin Jones for CD? Yes, I would do that. Corey Davis or AJ? AJ. Kirk, OBJ, or Hilton? Kirk. Chubb and Montgomery for Henry. I want the Henry side. Next best running back I have is Edmonds, so I think I need the 2 running backs. So, okay, I mean, I would want Henry. I would just keep Henry because when does David Montgomery exactly come back? Like, he's probably going to come back after the bye week, but, I mean, for me, I don't feel great about that. Even when he does come back now, like, I think that what's-his-face is going to be used quite a bit in this offense now. Khalil Herbert has definitely earned a spot. Pick 2, we got Courtland Sutton, Marvin Jones, or Randall Cobb. I would go with Courtland Sutton and Marvin Jones there. And real quick, if you haven't already, this feels like a perfect opportunity to do a little plug here. So if you haven't already, do me a big favor, smash that like button. You know, if you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. Really appreciate it. Get notified when I go live, all that kind of stuff. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you're over on TikTok right now, hit that follow button because I'm going to end the live stream over on TikTok and I'm going to reboot it up, go live here in like the next minute or so. So make sure you hit that follow button, get notified. Also, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. And if I'm not answering your questions in the YouTube chat, you can sign up to be a member. The member is $2.99. You sign up to be a member, you get your questions answered 100%. Saklan, he's also a mod, but he's also a member. You can see he has the little A next to his name. That means he's a member. So whenever I see that pop up, I 100% go to his name, answer his questions. $2.99. Also, Super Chat's available. You get your questions answered 100%. And if you want my rankings, they're over on Patreon. You can sign up for $1 over at Patreon. Sign up for $1. You have access to my rankings. It's pay what you can. So if it's only $1, hey, pay $1 and you have my rankings. All right. So Saklam, what was it? I have Higbee. Do I try to trade some bench players for Zach Ertz, or do I stack with my? Yeah, I would just keep Tyler Higbee unless you can get Zach Ertz for cheap. But after last week, I just don't think that you'll be able to. So I would keep Tyler Higbee for flex. Tunyon, OBJ, AJ Green, Julio, Zach Moss. Zach Moss for me. Would you trade Julio for Pittman or Judy? Or keep Julio? Absolutely, I would do that. I would take either or. I would take Pittman or Judy. I'd personally rather have Jerry Judy for the rest of the season, though. AJ Green or Elijah Mitchell? Elijah Mitchell, D-Hop for Keenan Allen. Who wins this? I would want the D-Hop side. Should the Packers try to trade for OBJ or Brandon Cooks at the trade deadline? I would say Brandon Cooks. Because you think of Houston, I'd imagine that Houston would totally be okay. I don't know if they have the cap room. What the current cap situation is like for Green Bay. But if they had the cap for Brandon Cooks, absolutely Brandon Cooks. Do I start Rodgers or Daniel Jones? Because I think that Brandon Cooks definitely has to be cheaper than Odell. Do I start Rodgers or Daniel Jones? I have Daniel Jones one spot higher than Rodgers this week. Watch Rodgers go out and ball and make me look like a dummy, though. David Johnson or Mark Ingram rest of the season? For me, David Johnson, especially in PPR, absolutely. Tyler, we're doing the draft at 8:30 p.m., so 1 hour. All right, sounds good. Thoughts on Christian Kirk? I like Christian Kirk. And it depends on your other options, but yeah. Elijah Mitchell or Cobb? Elijah Mitchell. Megan, yo, what's up, Megan? For my half point, pick 2, we got Taylor, Gainwell, Patterson, Darrell Williams, and Chubb. All right, so for 2, I'm going with Taylor, and I'm going with Nick Chubb. Megan. So Taylor and Nick Chubb. And shout out to Megan, one of the true OGs as well. Megan. Robert Tunyon, Gainwell, Antonio Gibson, Jerry Jeudy, James Conner. Pick 3. Appreciate it, man. So I would go with so Jerry Jeudy, James Conner, and I would go with Antonio Gibson there. So Antonio Gibson, Jerry Jeudy, James Conner. Do you think David Johnson will do much this week? Yeah, I think David Johnson will be okay this week. The thing that I like about David Johnson is that he's involved in the passing game. So now he's going to see more work in terms of rushing, but he's going to be seeing his normal receiving work, so I like that. Rodgers or Stafford, 6-point TD passing. I would go with Stafford. I want Antonio Gibson to drop crazy in this draft so I can get him. Hey, you should get him in the second round. You'll be hearing from my Harvard-educated lawyer, you are using my name without paying me. Also, ratio. What did you eat today? What did I eat today? I had some Panera today. I had some like a panini or something like that. Some eggs, some jalapenos, some potatoes. That's what I ate today. What about you, Clam? Do I accept this trade? It's Patterson and Antonio Gibson for Ezekiel Elliott. If I'm getting Ezekiel Elliott, 100%. Gibson or Emmanuel Sanders at flex. For me, I'm going with, or no, that's Kasich or Emmanuel Sanders. I would go with Emmanuel Sanders there. Kirk or Waddle? Waddle for me. Gronk or Dallas Goddard? Dallas Goddard. I want to get him in the 4th. You could probably get him in the 4th. I'd imagine he'll probably go there. Cobb, McKissick, or Shenault? I'm going to go with, I would go with Cobb there. Aaron Jones or A.J. Brown this week? Full point PPR. Give me Aaron Jones. Pick 2, we got Courtland Sutton, Aaron Jones, or Marvin Jones. Courtland Sutton, Marvin Jones, or Randall Cobb. I would go with Courtland Sutton and Marvin Jones. Do I start Emmanuel Sanders or Waddle? I have Keenan Allen and Cooper starting. I would go with Emmanuel Sanders. Cobb or Shepard? Shepard. Chubb and Calvin Ridley for Mike Evans, Julio, and Mixon. Yeah, I would do that trade. Actually, yeah, I would do that trade. Should I drop Callaway for Cobb? I would start Cobb this week, yeah. A.J. Dillon or Bengals backup running back? A.J. Dillon for me. Ertz, Schultz, or Ricky Seals? Schultz. Do you think Saquon will come back RB1 or high RB2? I think RB1 once he comes back. J4, yo, what up, J4? We got pick 1. We got Kirk, Beckham, Gainwell, Pollard, Shepard. I would go with personally. I would go with Sterling Shepard there. What's up, J4? Smash that like button. Yeah, smash that like button. We're almost at 70 likes. Let's get it. Jalen Hurts or Kyler Murray? I would go with Kyler Murray. AJ Dillon? No, I already got that one. Thanks. You're welcome. Trade Patterson for Coop. I probably, if that's Cooper, Amari Cooper, I'd probably just keep Patterson, honestly. Now to my wide receivers. Half-point PPR. We got Deontay Johnson, Pittman, Cooper, or Keenan Allen. So I would go with Deontay Johnson and give me Keenan Allen. So Deontay Johnson, Keenan Allen. Javonte Williams or Elijah Mitchell? Elijah Mitchell. I have Evans and considering the sell high. Evans, Collins, Chuba for Patterson, Terrell Henderson. Is this a stretch? Is this a far stretch? I mean, like you're sending that offer. I mean, I would try to send it. I don't think that they're probably going to take it, but I would send it. Full send. Yes, thank you for supporting the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Pick 2 this week. We got Mike Williams, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown. I would go with Jamar Chase and AJ Brown. Thoughts on Lockett? I don't really like Lockett a whole lot. I mean, the matchup's good, but I don't like Lockett that much with the whole Geno situation right now. Not that good. Not that good, to be honest with you. Higgins, Landry, or Gainwell? Higgins. I just traded Swift for Terry and Patterson. Good trade. I would have kept Swift. Swift might finish as a top 5 running back this year. Who thinks that Swift finishes a top 5? He might. He might just do it. In full point PPR right now, what is he? I believe he's RB3, right? He's probably RB3, I'd imagine. Definitely in full point, has to be. Ooh, in full point PPR, he's actually RB2 right now. Look at that. That's why you want DeAndre Swift. 52 targets. Like, let's look at the wide receiver position. All right? Let's put this into perspective here. 52 targets. He's basically a top 20 wide receiver. He's seeing as many targets right now as Calvin Ridley. Okay? Now, Calvin Ridley had a bye week, so that's not that fair. But Jamar Chase, he's seeing more targets than Jamar Chase is. More targets than Jamar Chase. How crazy is that? DeAndre Swift, 52 targets, my guys. That's why you want DeAndre Swift in PPR leagues. The dude is a PPR machine. Nothing but a PPR machine. And we got a $2 donation from Zach Martin. Yo, appreciate it. Trade Julio for Pittman or Jerry Jeudy or neither. Zach, honestly, I would do that trade 100%. Pittman or Jerry Jeudy. I'd rather have Jerry Jeudy for the rest of the season. Pittman is really close. Or actually, I'd rather have... Who would I rather have? That's honestly really close. I think I'd honestly rather have Jerry Jeudy for the rest of the season. I probably go back and forth on this all day. I think I love both of these guys going forward. But I would 100% do that trade. So whatever one they're willing to trade, I would do the trade for. Get both of them. Tyler, I think Instagram censored your shirt on your recent post for hate speech. What, the Eagles? Ran to the bathroom. Missed your answer. Uh-oh, super. What was your question again? Did you have to take a quick, I get it. When you gotta go right now, you know what I'm saying? Who do I start? Emmanuel Sanders or Deontay Johnson? I would go with Deontay Johnson there. Who do I start? Running backs, we got Javonte Williams or Antonio Gibson. For me, I would go with Antonio Gibson there. And thank you, Zach, for the $2 donation once again. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that's in chat. I got to fire up this going live again. Going live over on TikTok. All right, there we go. Who is the sleeper I should try to trade Lockett for? I would honestly I think Lockett himself is a sleeper. I would just hang on to him because I think once Russell Wilson comes back, he'll be good. Emmanuel Sanders or Brandon Cooks for this weekend? For me, Brandon Cooks. Kittle and McLaurin or Swift and Marvin Jones. Who wins? I would want the Swift and Marvin Jones side, 100%, Connor. Do I drop Tannehill for Kirk Cousins? Not for... Yeah, I would want Kirk Cousins for the rest of the season, especially because he's already had his bye. I had two... that reminds me of that... Talalala, or that guy. The touch my... Whatever, that guy. And eggs and veggies for breakfast. For lunch, I had 2 leftover pizza slices. Ooh. For dinner, I'm about to have fried tilapia. Ooh, tilapia. White rice and some veggies. Tilapia sounds pretty tasty. Sounds pretty good. Last night I had some mahi-mahi. I like mahi-mahi. I can start 3. We got Deontay Johnson, Keenan Allen, Calvin Ridley, Chris Carson, DJ Moore, or Jamar Chase. So, Jamar Chase, DJ Moore, and out of the rest of them, I would go with Calvin Ridley. Let me double check. I want to say Calvin Ridley, though. Yeah, Calvin Ridley. CD, D-Hop, or Debo. I would go with... Okay, if Debo's playing, I would go with Debo, otherwise CD. Trade Patterson for Gibson. I have Najee, Kamara. Patterson never starts. If it's PPR, honestly, I would just stick with Patterson, to be honest with you. Especially because he's already had his bye, too. I would keep him. Jacoby, Marvin Jones, Damian Harris, Cobb, pick 3. Jacoby, Marvin Jones, Damian Harris, Cobb, pick 3. I would go with Marvin Jones, Damian Harris, and Randall Cobb. Trade. Would you trade Dalvin Cook for Swift? No, I couldn't do that. I would want Dalvin Cook. I would want Dalvin Cook still. But Swift is... I love me some Swift, but I would want Dalvin Cook. I can start 3. We got Keenan Allen, Calvin Ridley, Chris Godwin, DJ Moore, or Jamar Chase. No, I already got that one. I said Jamar Chase, DJ Moore, and Calvin Ridley. AJ Green or Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones. Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, Keenan Allen, or Damian Harris. Pick 2. I would go with Brandon Cooks and Keenan Allen. Tunyon or Schultz? Schultz. Who do I trade away? I have D-Hop, Kupp, Michael Thomas, and Debo. I would try to trade away Michael Thomas right before he comes back. I would trade away, out of those guys, I mean, I'm definitely keeping Kupp right now. But like D-Hop, Michael Thomas, and Debo, I think those are all guys that, you could try to trade. But I would definitely try to trade away Michael Thomas right before he comes back. His value would be super high. Pick 1 wide receiver and a flex. T. Higgins, Jarvis Landry, James Conner, Pollard, Cobb, Devontae Parker. 1 wide receiver and a flex, T. Higgins and James Conner. Pick 1 for flex from Megan. We got Pittman, Gainwell, Patterson, Cooper, or Terrell Williams. Ooh, I got to check that. I want to say maybe Patterson. Yes, I would go with Patterson. Megan, Patterson. Amari, Sutton, or Devonte Smith this week? For me, I would go with, out of all those guys, I would go with Amari. You think Mike Evans is a safe play this week? Seems like Lattimore is going to be shadowing him the whole game. So here's the thing with Mike Evans, okay? I know that Marshawn Lattimore has had pretty good success against Mike Evans, but Mike Evans has Tom Brady throwing the football, all right? And you also have Tom Brady who's out of this, or not Tom Brady, jeez, could you imagine? You have Antonio Brown who's out of this game, right? So I think that at that point, like, he's going to be shadowed, but I still think that he's an okay play this week. Has a shot to score a touchdown every single week. He's still going to see targets. It's going to be a tougher matchup, but I still am going to fire up Mike Evans. Like, it's a superstar going against another superstar, right? I wouldn't say superstar, but like basically an all-star versus an all-star, basically. Eckler did not practice today. Yes, I did see that. I wouldn't panic yet. I mean, if he's in do not practice tomorrow, then yeah. You got the third pick. You picking Swift? We'll have to see. It'll be interesting to do an in-season draft. Yo, we got the Raiders had a good win last Saturday. The Raiders look good. The Raiders honestly look good. If I was to trade away Kamara, what should I be looking to get? If you're trading away Kamara, like, you're getting a top 10 running back and like a top 15 wide receiver at the very least. David Johnson, Boyd, Crowder, Tony this week. I would go with, if I had to pick one, I would go with David Johnson there, Lex. Also, real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Also, subscribe if you're over on YouTube. And if you're over on TikTok right now, if you're on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. Get your questions answered. Also, if you're on YouTube right now, and number one, you appreciate what I do. Number two, you want to get your questions answered. So if you appreciate what I do, check out my Patreon right now. It's as low as $1. You sign up and you get rankings. You get my rankings for all the positions, the flex, all that kind of stuff. So you get my rankings. It's $1. Pay what you can. Maybe you say, hey, I really like this guy. I'll give him $5. That's an option too, but pay for $1. You get my rankings. Also, if you want to get your questions answered 100%, you'll see them in chat. They're members. They have a green name. They also have a badge next to the name. Sign up to be a member. It's as low as $2.99. The number one thing that you get is you get your questions answered 100%. Down in the description. Also, I'll be sending the link right now. So membership, and there's different tiers to it as well. So you unlock different things. But number one thing that you get is you get your questions answered no matter what. Zeke or Aaron Jones? For me, Zeke. Thanks for the help. My wide receiver, or with my half point, now onto the full point PPR team. How does this sound? Stafford, Eckler, Chubb, Godwin, Sutton, Ricky Seals-Jones, James Conner, and Joseph, Minnesota's kicker. That sounds good, Megan. I think that looks good. Yes. Robert Tonyan prediction. I think that Robert Tonyan's going to get around like 7 points. That's right around there. Aaron Rodgers, unless he scores a touchdown, he could definitely score a touchdown, then it's going to be a bigger day. But if he doesn't, it's going to be right around, like in your PPR leagues, right around 7 points, where I'm projecting him. Javonte Williams or Gainwell? Javonte Williams, unless it's full point PPR, then give me Gainwell. I got Jamar, Kupp, and AJ Brown this week. Ooh, dirty. That's dirty. Tonyan or Gronk for tight end? For me, Gronk. A-Rob, Christian Kirk, or Tim Patrick? Christian Kirk. Start 3, bench 1. We got Dalvin, Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, or Chubb. Oh my gosh. I would sit Mixon out of all those guys. I hate to say it, but I would. And there's one right there. There's a member. We got Jonathan in chat. He's a member, so go to his question right away. As a fantasy owner of Kamara, I need to know if you think Kamara's production will take a huge dip now that Ingram is there. No. So I talked about this in one of my videos. I honestly think it's a good thing that Mark Ingram is there, because he's going to take away some of Alvin Kamara's rushing attempts, which Alvin Kamara was having way too many rushing attempts. And once again, in your PPR leagues, receptions are much, much more valuable than rushing attempts. So for me, the rushing attempts will go down, which will keep him fresher, especially down the stretch. So honestly, it's a good thing that that's happening. All right. Tyler, you got third pick. You taking Big Ben, right? I'm going to take Najee at the third pick, honestly. Najee. Trade Hopkins for James Robinson and Henderson? Absolutely, Jared. 100%. If you're getting the James Robinson and Henderson side, run and hit accept. Wait, Eckler is not playing? Who do I pick up now? I only have... No. He's not... Eckler did not practice today, but he's going to be fine. He'll play this week. He'll play. Gesicki or Gronk? Gesicki. Amari or Sutton? Amari. Devonte Smith, Jerry, Judy, Higgins, Dearness Johnson, Mike Davis this week. If I had to pick one out of all of them, give me, let me see. Is it T? Might be T. Higgins. Yes, T. Higgins. I would go with T. Higgins out of all of them. Amari, Sutton, or Devonte Smith? I would go with Sutton there. Or Amari Cooper. Trade Scary Terry for Smith. I would want Scary Terry. Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins, which one should I start? I would go with Kirk Cousins. Cobb or Corey Davis, I would just roll with Cobb. Kirk or Devonte Smith, full point PPR. I would go with Devonte Smith, full point PPR. Jeez, I think I messed that up again. Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins, which one should I start? Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, baby. All right. So we're caught up. Once again, if you're on TikTok, oh, there goes my TikTok. Phone died. RIP. Ridley for Cooks and Javonte? Yes, I would do that. Do I play Barkley or Zach Moss? I don't think Barkley plays, but if he plays, yeah, play him. DJ Moore or Khalil Herbert at flex. For me, I would go with DJ Moore. Herbert or Burrow? Herbert. Sutton or Cooks? Cooks. Claypool or Jacoby Myers this week? Claypool. Trade Amari Cooper for Michael Carter and Fournette or Michael Pittman? Yes, absolutely, I would do that if I'm getting the Fournette side. Dynasty just traded Sutton for Godwin. Good trade? Yeah, I think that's a decent trade. Yeah. I got pick 4. Need some advice. Oh, pick 4. Pick 4, huh? Chase Edmonds, Gainwell, and Elijah Mitchell, pick 2. I would go with Chase Edmonds and Elijah Mitchell. Just heard you mention Kirk, who is available in my full point PPR. Do I pick him up? If so, who do I drop? A-Rob, who might be getting traded. Collins, Mooney, Freeman, or Bolden. I would drop Freeman. Megan. Yeah, drop Freeman. Robert, we got Robert with the $2 donation. Yo, shout out to Robert. Emmanuel Sanders or Robert Woods this week. For me, I would go with Emmanuel Sanders this week. Like Emmanuel Sanders, fire up Emmanuel Sanders against Miami right now, who's not looking very good. So, Emmanuel Sanders, and appreciate Robert. Shout out to Big Robert with the $2 donation. And I'm going to, if I can find my way here, here we go. There we go. Give him some W's there. Shout out to Robert. Tyler, who wins, Vikings or Cowboys? And why the Cowboys? Honestly, probably the Cowboys. They probably will win. I do think that game's going to be a good game, though. I'm excited for that game. Hello, what's up? Hello. Should I drop Chuba and pick up Herbert? I mean, I want to drop Chuba. I mean, I really hate to drop Chuba. Who else can you pick up, or who else can you drop? Nobody to pick up Herbert? I would definitely want to pick up Herbert. 3K subs, let's go. Yes, let's go. 3K subs. At Flex, we got Ridley, Booker, Mitchell, or Beasley. Only one of them, I would go with Ridley. Jonathan. Thanks, boss. You're welcome, Robert. Thank you. Are we done with Odell yet? I'm not done with Odell yet. I'm not done with him. I know it has been great. Really, the Browns are falling apart right now. The Browns are falling apart. Poor Brownies, huh? I just can't. He's kind of like Allen Robinson. I hate to say it, but he's probably could be cut. I hate to say it. How was the time, bro? It's good. How's your time? D-Hop, CD, Ridley, and Pittman. Choose 3 full-point PPR. I would go. I would sit Ridley, or I would sit Pittman is who I would sit. TJ. Sit Pittman, start the rest. Next year's top 5 running backs. We'll have Swift, Javonte Williams, and Seclan out of Kentucky University. He should be drafting him number 1 overall. You think so, Seclan? You're gonna be drafted number 1? Let's check it. Who could I get for Aaron Jones? You could get a lot. I mean, you really should be aiming for like a top 12 running back in return with a really solid top 15 wide receiver is what I would be looking for. You could get a lot. Let's get some W's in chat for the 3K subs. Yeah, let's get some W's here. W's in chat. Big old W's. Did you say there were trade talks with A-Rob? Megan said that, yes. Which, I mean, it's at this point, it's all speculation. But, I mean, I hope he does get out of Chicago. My gosh. They look like a freaking mess. I have Darrell Williams, Chuba Hubbard, Mixon, and Barkley. Do I drop any one of them for Hubbard? No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't drop any of those guys for Herbert. What about wide receivers? What about a backup quarterback or a backup defense or kicker, Tony? What about some of those guys? Should Chris Carson be traded? If so, for you? Chris Carson? Oh, I don't think Chris Carson will be traded. Like, are you talking about real life or in terms of fantasy, David? Claypool, in terms of fantasy, if it's fantasy, yeah, I would definitely try to trade Chris Carson. Claypool was on my free agents out of nowhere. So confused. Did something happen to him? I picked him up and dropped Damian Williams. No, people drop, like, the best time to check your waiver wire was last week when you had so many bye weeks going on that people just had to drop people, unfortunately. They had to drop people that they probably shouldn't have dropped, but they had no other option. Awesome. Thanks. You're welcome. Start A.J. Dillon, LaVisca, Callaway, PPR. Figured without top 3 wide receivers for Packers, Dillon might be in play. I do think so, but personally, I would fire up Callaway out of all those guys. I do think that he's going to be a little bit more involved, but I don't really like him a whole lot. On pick 8 in our draft, Rip. Oh, Parker, pick 8. That's not that bad. Honestly, I'd rather have. I'm kind of excited. I don't really want pick. You want to take my pick? You want pick? No, I'll take pick 3. We'll see what happens. Parker, and you got 2 good picks though. Yeah, I mean, I do like that. I like the later picks. That's what I like this year. You're a Steelers fan. How's Claypool doing? Fill me in. So, I mean, Deontay Johnson's clearly the wide receiver 1 in this offense, but, okay, Claypool is definitely going to be involved. Deontay Johnson has had troubles with injuries, just misses like a game or 2 here or there. So Claypool, though, I think as the season progresses, Big Ben likes to take his shots, and Claypool is usually on the other end of those shots if they can finally connect on some of them. Yeah, but for a season long, like I definitely think that Claypool has decent amount of potential, absolutely. And if anything were to happen to what's Deontay Johnson, like Claypool would be a wide receiver 1 because he's just going to be peppered with targets. Ridiculous amount. Damian Harris or Godwin, full point PPR. I'm going with Godwin there. MP, true. Yeah, I'm in the league. Would you start Mitchell or Gainwell over Keenan Allen, full point PPR? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I would just start Keenan Allen in full point PPR. If it was like half point or standard, Mitchell though. Otherwise, I would just go with Keenan Allen. Can we have a subscriber league next year? We should do that. Yes, absolutely, we should. Yeah, we'll definitely. I'll have a lot of leagues planned out for next year. Absolutely. Start Smith, Shepard, Woods, or Sutton at flex. I want to go with Shepard because he's playing the Chiefs, but I also like Smith against the Lions. But I also like Sutton versus the Washington football team. So Sutton is the highest on the list for me. I do like him against the Washington football team. I do think all those options are pretty good, honestly, but I'd probably go with Shepard or Sutton there just because he does get the Washington football team who have been terrible. That's what I would do. Who are the best players to buy low right now? So some good buy low candidates would be Tyler Lockett right now. I think he's a good buy low candidate. You're going to have, I believe, Russell Wilson should be coming back after the bye week. So good buy low. I believe Chase Edmonds is a good buy low. Who was just some guys I talked about? Nick Chubb right now I think is a good buy low because I think Nick Chubb over the next 4 weeks is going to be running back number 1 in that span. So if you need to win these next 4 weeks, Nick Chubb gives you a great opportunity. Not so much a buy low, it's kind of a buy high, but that's okay because he's going to be RB1. He's going to pick Swift. I would love to pick Swift, but I'm not picking him at number 3. No, I can't do it. I'm not picking Swift. I'm definitely going to go with Najee if he's still there. I could have, there's multiple guys that could be there that honestly I would go with. Pick 2, we got Courtland Sutton, Marvin Jones, or Randall Cobb. I would go with Courtland Sutton and Marvin Jones. Sorry for the confusion of my question. No, you're good. No, your question was good. I got it. No problem, Robert. Please pick 2. We got Courtland Sutton, Marvin Jones. All right, I got that one. I would go with Marvin Jones and Courtland Sutton. Damian Harris, Darrell Williams. Let me know. Starting Eckler, too slightly worried about the. So out of one of those guys, I would go with Darrell Williams, but I would still go with Eckler. I think Eckler will be okay. But out of Damian Harris or Darrell Williams for me. Who wins this trade? Tyreek for Robert Woods and Swift. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say the big old Swifty boy side. Give me Swift. Hey, Megan, look at that. Megan, $5 donation. Yo, shout out to Megan. Give some Megan some W's in chat. Oh, shoot. That's not what I meant to do. Oopsies. Oopsies. There we go. Shout out to Megan. So, thanks for all your hope. First or number one last, because two of these guys play tonight. Full point PPR. We have Connor. Last question. Okay, one last question. That's what it is. Okay. Connor, Kirk, Collins, Mooney, or Bolden. All right, so out of all of them, I would go with full point PPR. Honestly, I'm still gonna go with. That's tough. I gotta look at my rankings. Hold on one second, Megan. Let me look here. And where do I have James Conner? James Conner right there. Yeah, okay. Honestly, I would go with James Conner still. I would go with James Conner in full point PPR. It's really close between him and Kirk and Collins. Those guys are really all in the same tier for me. They're bunched together. But personally, I would go with James Conner. Just got Chubb for Leonard and Dak. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, I probably would cut the other side, but I think Chubb is going to be a stud. Starting Cobb over Jacoby Myers, thoughts? Go for it. I like that. Yeah. And thank you, Megan. Once again, Megan is one of those people, too. One of the real MVPs. One of the people that have been here for a while now. So shout out to Megan. Thank you for following me, sticking with me, even though sometimes I haven't always given you the best advice. I have missed for some of the people I told you. I know that for a fact, but you still stick with it. You still come back and ask me questions, and I'm sure other times I give you good advice. So appreciate you not being one of those people that one time I give you bad advice and then you're just done and you move on. That's not fair. Not everybody can do this. I've seen a lot of fantasy people make mistakes over and over and over again. It's the hardest thing to predict. Football is the hardest thing to predict. So mistakes happen all the time. It's incredibly difficult to try to make, fantasy rankings and be right all the time. It doesn't happen. Would you trade Mixon and more for Tay and Saquon? Yes, I would. Sammy, I would do that trade. Yes. Start D-Hop or no? I would start him. Hey, Tyler, I've been sad lately because you told me to start Ridley over Chase last week, but I still trust you. So Diggs, yeah, I know that. Hey, Jamar Chase is a stud. At this point, I moved Jamar Chase all the way inside my top 2. Every single week, Jamar Chase, until he finally fades out. Okay? So Diggs, Jefferson, or Mike Williams. I would go Diggs. It's between Diggs or Jefferson. They're really close, ranked together. I honestly believe they're in the same tier for me as well. So I would go with Diggs, though. Diggs for me. Are you going to do rate my team for our league, fantasy league we're doing tonight? Towards the end of rate my fantasy teams, I couldn't stand doing those anymore. It was so time consuming and so monotonous. I really did not like doing those. Cobb was solid flex. Yeah, he's an okay flex tonight. Gronk or Ertz? Gronk. Who wins this trade? Mixon and Ridley for Aaron Jones and Hollywood Brown. I would want the Aaron Jones side. Leonard and Dak for Chubb was in an 8-man league. Oh, okay. So you probably are stacked other places, Brandon, right? Brendan? I'm sure. Myles Gaskin, Samaje Perine, and J.D. McKissick. I would go with Myles Gaskin there. Omar. Myles Gaskin. And where are we at right now? 5% over on my phone. Let it charge for a little bit. Is Moss and Evans for Gibson good? I think that's too much. If you're getting Gibson, honestly, I'd rather have the Moss and Evans side personally. No, Cup is drafting in front of me. Oh, so you're planning on trying to get Cooper Kupp, huh? MP's trying to get Cooper Kupp. Should I start Cobb over Khalil Herbert? Cobb over Khalil Herbert? No, I would go with Khalil Herbert there. I have Kareem Hunt. I'm 5-2. My other running backs are Cool and Patterson. Do I keep Hunt, or when he comes back, do I try to trade him? No, I would just keep him. I would keep Kareem Hunt until he comes back. I think that when he comes back, he'll be good. In my full point PPR, someone offered me Moss and Waddle for Eckler and Sutton. I reject that, right? If I'm getting the Eckler side, I would 100% do that. But yeah, if you're getting the other side, definitely not. Moss and Waddle, I wouldn't want that side. The Eckler and Sutton side. James Robinson or Aaron Jones this week? Aaron Jones. Is Aaron Jones and Ridley too much for King Henry? I don't think it's too much, but I would keep Aaron Jones and Ridley. Honestly, I probably would do that though. Like if you're in a smaller league, I would probably do that if you don't really need the depth. But yeah. I don't think it's too much, honestly. I think it's a pretty fair trade. Is Zach Ertz going is good play tonight? I'm also why do you prefer Darrell over Damian Harris? Would love to know why. I want to learn. So for me, Zach Ertz, yeah, I think Zach Ertz. I mean, the tight end position is just horrible as is. So Zach Ertz is a good play tonight, yes. Just because tight end is terrible and he plays on one of the league's best offenses that should score a decent amount of points. Why Darrell Williams over Damian Harris? Because I'm a little nervous for New England in this game. I think that there's a chance New England could get beaten up in this game where Damian Harris, he's more of just your grinder, first and second down. He does play a little bit of third downs, but Darrell Williams is like the bell cow back right now in this Kansas City offense. And Kansas City was terrible last week, and I expect them to bounce back in a big way. So Darrell Williams, their goal line back, plays on a really good offense. I know that the offense hasn't been everything that we expected to be this season, but I expect them to bounce back this week against the New York Giants. So that's why I would go with Terrell Williams. I was teasing. I feel like you would be trashing our teams. Probably. I have Eckler. So, yeah, I'm not accepting that trade. Yeah, Megan, I would definitely not do that trade. 100%. Should I trade Eckler? And if so, who do you think I could get? I mean, if you're trading away Eckler, okay, I would want a lot for Austin Eckler. I mean, it's really hard to say. But here's the other thing about Austin Eckler. He's already had his bye week. So you don't have to worry about it. So to me, at this point in the season, when you start to trade for people, start to try to trade for people that have already had their bye weeks. All right? Because then you don't have to worry about having a replacement for them. And then at that point is when all your teams are now done with bye weeks and you start to really make that playoff push. I mean, some teams right now already had the trade deadline, but there's also other teams out there that are other leagues out there that will have late trade deadlines. I know in one of my leagues, the trade deadline's like well into November. So at that point, it's like you start shifting off your depth and replace for studs. And you can start doing that right now. If you've already had some bye weeks, start shifting off some of your depth and start getting studs, especially studs that have already had their bye weeks. I just traded Eckler for Henderson and JJ. That gives, yeah, like that's a good trade right there. That perfect. Eckler for Henderson and JJ. I think that's a really good trade. Come on, what's going on? All right. Jamar Chase, D Hop, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, DK. Sit one of those guys. Omar, I would sit Keenan Allen. Or no. Oh, that's non-PPR you said, right? Yeah, I would say Keenan Allen. And non-PPR, yeah. Which running back has the best playoff schedule? Do you know? Not off the top of my head. Because here's the thing as well. Like, I'm not really looking at the playoff schedule right now. Like, teams are going to change really drastically come playoffs. Like your playoffs for fantasy football playoffs. Teams will continue to trade or change. So, like, I'm not somebody who really pays that much attention to the fantasy playoffs. Like, I don't really care that much. Like, it more matters for your running backs who aren't that, I don't want to say aren't that good, just aren't your, like, really studs, like your top 12. Like, for those guys, I'm not really worrying about a playoff schedule because they get it done in multiple ways. They get it done through the air. They get it done through the ground. Like, this week, Alvin Kamara technically has, like, one of the hardest matchups this week against Tampa Bay, but I don't care. I'm still firing up. He could still put over 20 points because he has that receiving upside. Like, that's why I don't really look at playoff schedule, especially right now. Like, I saw people weeks ago, like early in the season, we're already looking like fantasy experts, fantasy content creators were saying, looking at, look at the fantasy playoffs. This is like, how can you really tell that when it's like week 4? Come on now. Like, come on. Like, why are we really looking at the fantasy playoffs already when it's week 4? You're going to have more players get hurt. I don't think it matters that much, to be honest with you. Would you trade for CMC or just avoid him at this point? I would try to trade for him. Yeah. Thanks for the advice. Going to watch the game. No problem. Let me know when the game gets on because I'm going to hop off once the game gets on. And if you need any other fantasy football advice, make sure you ask it before head out. Also, we're up to 78 likes. Let's get up to 80. Can we get up to 80 likes? Come on. I know we can get to 80. If you haven't hit that like button yet, smash that like button. Is it fine to have Robinson and Marvin Jones in? Yeah, it's fine to have 2 guys from the same team. Sure, 100%. Elijah Mitchell or T. Higgins? I have to spot. I have 1 spot to use on my team. Who's the better pickup for the rest of the season? I would go with Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell for me. Hunter Henry or Tyler Conklin? Hunter Henry. Robert Woods or Emmanuel Sanders? Jacoby Myers, pick 2. I would go with Robert Woods and Emmanuel Sanders. Flex, Cobb or Khalil Herbert? I would go with Khalil Herbert. Fournette, Herbert, Hubbard, Gainwell, start 3. Fournette, Herbert, Hubbard. Gave Optimize so nice advice. Hope he listens. Who did? You did, MP? You gave him good advice? All right. Feels like a great time to do a little plug. If you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. 82 likes. Yes, we got it. We got to 82. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered 100%. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel. And if you're over on TikTok, smash that like button as well. If you want some fantasy football luck this week. Hey, there you go. Elijah Mitchell or Javonte Williams? Elijah Mitchell for me. How do you feel about Rondell Moore tonight? Not great. He's seeing the less snaps out of all the wide receivers. AJ Green, Christian Kirk, DeAndre Hopkins. So I don't feel great about him, to be honest with you. Don't really like him a whole lot. And now in dynasty leagues, I like him, but like in terms of redraft, not a whole lot. We got D-Hop, Damian Harris, and Pittman for Zeke. 10-team PPR. I have, I would do that. I would do that, TJ, yes. Do I have good depth on my bench? Shepard, Hunt, Elijah Mitchell, Connor, absolutely. Devonte Smith, 100% toxic. That's good depth. Should I flex Khalil Herbert or Cobb? Khalil Herbert. Would you trade Mixon and Moore for CMC and Cooks? Yeah, I would do that trade. Mixon, Cook, Henderson, and Harris. Mixon, Cook, Henderson, and Harris. What is that? What's that for? What is that, Landy? Is that only... Oh, pick 3. Okay, pick 3. So I would go with Cook, Henderson, and Harris. I would leave out Mixon. I hate to say it. Honestly, I do. But last week in a blowout game, he saw 12 touches, right? And I just think that this week it's going to be a big blowout game once again. And you had the other guys. Let me see right now. I want to tell you exactly what the snap count was last week. By team and the Cincinnati Bengals. Look at that receiving. Our Chase was an absolute. Yeah, so last week, Samaje Perine played on 30 snaps to Joe Mixon's 34. Right? Like, I don't really like that much. Nearly split with him? Why? Why is Samaje Perine splitting with Joe Mixon right now? Why? I know that they blew him out and he played a little bit towards the end of the game, but still. 12 touches and a blowout win? That's not that good. Would you trade Henry for Aaron Jones and Chase? Yes, I would. I would want the Aaron Jones side. Or Jones and Hopkins. I would want the Chase side. Kittle on crutches is about to win our fantasy league. I don't think so. You think D-Hop goes for a touchdown? I do think he does, yes. Should I put Connor in as RB and put Eckler in as my flex in case he... Yes, absolutely, Megan. That's an IQ 100 move right there. Yes, Megan, do that. Eagles D against Jets or Cards against the Packers. Eagles defense for me. Thank you for the advice. Hope you win your fantasy matchups this week. I hope you win. Thank you for stopping by. Trade D-Hops, Evans, and James Robinson for Hill, Moore, and Chubb. Yeah, I would do that trade. If I'm getting the Hill side, yeah. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, Colin. Zeke over pay because I was screen recording it and sent it to the guy. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Hey, you got to tell me next time, and then I'll get it. Pittman or Cobb? Pittman. Do you think Woods will get any better? I think that there's a little bit of hope, but not a whole lot, to be honest with you. He's like a low end. I would say like a wide receiver 3 at this point. Pittman or Cobb? I would go with Pittman. Murray or Burrow? Murray. Christian Kirk or Emmanuel Sanders? Emmanuel Sanders. Start Eagles defense or Cards defense? Eagles defense. Gronkowski or Tunyon? Gronkowski. Gronk. Also, if you haven't already, one more time, smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date on all the latest content that will help you win your fantasy football leagues. If you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. Also, if I'm answering your questions, if I'm not answering your questions, I feel like right now at this point, it's slowed down quite a bit. It was like 50, 60 people in chat earlier. So if I haven't answered all your questions, or if I answered your questions and you appreciate that I answer, sign up to be a member. $2.99. That's all you got to sign up. Don't go to McDonald's. Don't go to Burger King tomorrow, this week, whatever it is. Sign up to become a member. There's different tiers that you can unlock, but the number one thing, the lowest tier that you can unlock is $2.99. And the number one thing that you get is priority in chat. As you can see, you have Little Top in chat. You have Ozai, Parker is in chat. These guys have green names. They also have a badge next to the name. They get priority in chat. So you sign up, you get priority in chat. You 100% get your questions answered every single week. Also, Super Chat's available and Patreon. Over on Patreon, you sign up. It's as little as $1 and you get my rankings. Now my dog is barking. Lazard or Cobb? Lazard's not playing tonight, so Cobb. Cobb or Debo? I would go with Debo. Sign up, y'all. You need this. Man helps. Yes. Real deal guru. I try to be. Become a member. Absolutely. Tunyon or Chuba? Chuba. Denver or Cleveland? Denver. Should I start Aaron Rodgers against the Cards or Daniel Jones against the Chiefs? I honestly, Danny Dimes. I like Danny Dimes this week. Gronk or Schultz and T-Mac or Mixon? I would go with Schultz and T-Mac or Mixon. Dog. Lucille! Hold on. My dog is barking. Mad annoying right now. What was the question again? Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so David Johnson or Boyd, David Johnson, Amari Cooper or Chuba Hubbard. I would go with Chuba. Henry for Henderson and Chase. Yes, I would do that. If I'm getting Henderson and Chase, I would do that trade. Flex Gibson or Tony. If he plays, I would go with Tony. Start 2. We got Metcalf, McLaurin, DJ Moore, Justin Jefferson. So I would go with DJ Moore and Justin Jefferson there. It was T-Mac or Mixon. T-Mac or Mixon? Who is... I'm drawing a blank. Who is T-Mac? Terry McLaurin? Who is T-Mac? Is that Terry McLaurin? I never heard T-Mac before. Or Mixon? If it's Terry McLaurin, I would go with Joe Mixon. But if it's somebody else, let me know in chat. Higbee or Tunyon? Higbee. Come on, Randall Cobb. Let's go, Randall Cobb. Flex Cobb or Khalil Herbert? Khalil Herbert. Lamar on bye this week. Start Trevor Lawrence or pick up Daniel Jones, Winston or Darnold. I would go with Daniel Jones. Do you think Robert Woods gets any better? not really, to be honest with you. Any Halloween plans with the kids this weekend, Tyler? Just going trick-or-treating, really. That's about it. Fade this guy's picks. He has been wrong on all the advice he gives me. Just kidding. Thanks, bro. Hey, yo, appreciate it. I mean, once again, T-Mac, that's honestly what I was thinking. I was thinking of Tracy McGrady. 100%. That's honestly what I was thinking. But hey, no. And that's fair, Hunter. Honestly, like I will say, I say this all the time. I'll say this all the time. I'm not right all the time. I wish I was. I'm not always right. So I definitely get some wrong. And I always tell everybody this. Listen, I put a lot of time and effort into it, but it's, once again, I'm not always right. Go with your gut. At the end of the day, if you feel like the advice that I gave you wasn't correct and you say, man, I feel like I should go with them, then go with them. Like, go with them. I'm not right all the time. I wish I was. Believe me, I would win a lot of money if I was. And I would help you guys out. You guys would win a lot of money too. But unfortunately, I'm not always right. So always just go with your gut, right? Go with your gut. Start Brady or Rodgers. For me, Tom Brady. Traded Calvin Ridley and Patterson for Devonte Adams. That's a pretty good trade, yes. Should I trade away Hurts or Herbert? I would try to trade away Herbert, honestly. I feel like I'd want Hurts. Definitely Hurts. Or I might trade away, honestly, I might trade away Hurts because Hurts has a week 14 bye, which is really, really weird. I don't like that. Week 14? No. So I would try to trade Herbert. Or I would try to trade away Hurts. Just traded Debo and Chris Carson for A.J. Brown. W? Yeah, I like that trade. I mean, I feel like you probably could have gotten more, though, to be honest with you. Is my friend a crack? He wants Eckler and Debo from me. I get Kamara. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's that good of a trade. No, I wouldn't do that trade. Is Ertz a good start since Waller's bye week? Yes. Trade Payne Manning for Tom Brady. Tom Brady, 100%. The GOAT. Don't think Tonyan will have a good game tonight. I think Tonyan's okay, but it's a really tough matchup for him. Can you look at my comment? What was your comment? Rate my team. Rate my team. Always rate my team. A+. Tannehill, Hawkinson, Zeke, Dalvin Cook, Damian, A.J. Brown, Marvin Jones, Jacoby, Cobb, Corey Davis, 12 team, double flex. Yeah, I mean, I would say like that's a B+. Is Amari Rodgers going off today? I wouldn't say going off, no. Should I trade Diggs, Jefferson, and Henderson for Zeke and Hill? Yes. For Zeke and Hill, if I'm getting Zeke and Hill, yes. Hubbard or Moss at flex? Chuba Hubbard. Also, real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's not as busy. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. Herbert or Burrow? For me, Herbert. Actually, let me double check that. I need to double check. No, Joe Burrow is one spot higher. Christian Kirk, he's okay. Who won this trade? We have Cooper and Zach Moss for Woods and Elijah Mitchell. I'd rather have the Cooper side. Hubbard or Moss? Chuba Hubbard. Herbert or Burrow? Burrow. Hey, we got Al with a $5 donation. Shout out to Al. I have Kyler Murray, Devonte Adams, Brandon Cooks, Dalvin Cook, Kittle, Jerry Jeudy, or Javonte Williams at flex. Am I a super team yet? I mean, that team's pretty nice. I mean, gosh, that is a super team, yes. You know, look at those running backs. Dalvin Cook, Zeke, and you have Devonte Adams and Kyler Murray. Ugh, that team is pretty nice, especially with Jerry Jeudy coming back. Yeah, that team is really nice, Al. Thoughts on Josh Jacobs? Josh Jacobs, I mean, he's fine. I feel like he's an RB2. He's solid. Start Randall Cobb, Lockett. I need to know now. I would go with Lockett still. Or I would go with Randall Cobb. I'm sorry, Randall Cobb. Cobb or McLaurin? McLaurin. Can you check my last question? Not up too far. I appreciate it, brother. Damian Harris, D-Hop, and Pittman for Zeke. Help me convince the guy with Zeke that this is a fair trade. Oh, you huge. Yeah, so I would just say, like, you're getting help in your bye weeks. Like, you have really good depth there. Michael Pittman is going to be a wide receiver 2 for the rest of the season. D-Hop's a wide receiver 1. Damian Harris is a running back 2. And you're giving that all up for one player who could possibly at any moment get hurt, where if one of those players gets hurt, you're fine. It's really hard to sell in fantasy football. It really is. But, hey, maybe you could try to do it. Also, real quick, smash that like button. We're at 88. Come on, we can get up to 90 likes. We can do it. We can do it. Waddle or Claypool? Waddle. Or I would go with Claypool there. 10-team PPR. I'm a negotiator. Well, listen to Al. Al, give this man some tips on how he can get Zeke off of this guy. Kyler Murray with the man purse. I did not see that. Does he really? Flex, we got Ridley or Godwin. Ridley for me. Start 2. Mitchell, Herbert, Ridley. I would go with Ridley and Herbert. I have Herbert, Keenan Allen, Debo, Henry, Zeke, Kittle, CMC. Oh my gosh, that team is nasty. Reverse. Rate my starters. We got Allen, Zeke, Eckler, Kupp, Debo, Schultz, Mixon, and Scary Terry and Gronk on my bench with Jerry Jeudy. Beautiful. Super Saiyan Hazard. There we go. I remember this time. Is Kyler Murray 5'10"? Honestly, he might be, yeah. I think he's 5'10", 5'11", yeah. Super Saiyan Hazard. Hey, I got it this time. I remembered for if this happens again. We got the $5 donation. Appreciate you, Super. So, doing it to make you say my name since you always struggle. Also, hey, I got it that time. I believe I got it. Super Saiyan Hazard, okay? Also, Eckler for Debo and Fournette, who wins. Honestly, I think that's a really fair trade. I would say probably the Fournette side because I do like Fournette and Debo. But I think that if you're like upgrading for a running back and just want Eckler, I think that's also a really good trade. I think honestly it's a really fair trade, I think. For me, I like the depth right now, so I'd probably go with the depth with Debo and Fournette. But once again, if you're just trying to upgrade the running back position, absolutely Eckler. So honestly, I think it's a really good trade. Both sides. Edmonds over Schultz and Dearness. Yes, I would. Ertz or Hawkinson? Hawkinson. Is Henderson and Gibson and Keenan too much? Is Henderson for Gibson and Keenan too much? You want Gibson and Keenan? I mean, I would want Henderson, personally. Someone dropped Lockett. Should I drop Booker for him? Yes, absolutely, I would. Eckler just hurt with a hip injury. Yeah, Eckler, so he didn't practice. I would definitely keep, so see what happens tomorrow. If he practices, he'll be good to go. I think he'll be fine, though. I think he'll be fine. Did this game start, or did it not start yet? Pick 2, we got CD, Hopkins, Godwin. CD and Hopkins for me. Need a wide receiver in flex and standard scoring. McLaurin, Ridley. I want Henderson. Yeah, I would do that. I mean, I would send it, see what they say. McLaurin, Ridley, Gainwell, or Michael Carter. Appreciate your work. Appreciate you. Thank you. I would go with McLaurin and Ridley. Which one? AJ Green, Alex Collins, or David Johnson at flex PPR? I would go with David Johnson there. Kirk or Henderson? Please, I need to know. Henderson. 34 minutes to kickoff. 34 minutes to kickoff. What? When does this game start? How much is Sutton going to be affected with Jerry? I mean, he's definitely going to be affected a little bit. A little bit. I want to over panic because I think that these two can coexist, but he's definitely going to be hurt a little bit. Thanks, Tyler. You're the best. Going to sign off now that I can finish my lesson plans for 3rd grade Spanish classes next week. Good luck to you and everyone. That and go Birds. Hey, wait, you like the Eagles, right? Go Eagles. I don't know if you can see it, but go Eagles. And thank you, Megan, for stopping by, and good luck with the lesson plans. Would you drop Collins for Connor or Carter rest of the season? For Connor, I would, yeah. I'm trading away Debo, Fournette, since I have Ridley, Jefferson, and Higgins as my wide receiver. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, if you're doing that, then that's fine. Like I said, if you're just trying to upgrade at running back, absolutely. Eckler's the upgrade there. I think that's good. Super Saiyan. Absolutely. 4 minutes to kickoff. I think it was a typo. Oh, okay. Kirk or Henderson, please. I liked Henderson. Henderson breaker. Are you going to be going live during the Cards versus Green Bay game? Maybe. Well, I'm doing a live draft. We're doing a live draft, so maybe I'll stream it. I'll stream it. We'll see what's going on here. Sutton, Moore, Landry, Herbert, or Collins. Need one wide receiver and one flex. Sutton, Moore, Landry, Herbert, or Collins. So that's DJ Moore, right? I would go with DJ Moore and the Khalil Herbert. DJ Moore and Khalil Herbert. Claypool or Woods? Claypool. All right, we're caught up. If you're around TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile. Go to my Linktree. Profile, Linktree, YouTube channel. So click on my profile. In the description, you're going to see the Linktree. The Linktree will take you over to my YouTube channel. Also, if you're on YouTube, smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And once again, if you appreciate the work that I do, think about signing up to be a member. It's $2.99. That's all you got to do. Sign up to be a member. The number one thing that you get is priority in chat. You get priority in chat. I'll send the link right now in the YouTube chat. So I'm going to type in membership, and the membership link is going to pop up. All you got to do is click on the membership, sign up. There's different tiers, different things that you unlock. But the number one thing that you get, your name is green, you get a badge, and you get priority in chat. 100% every single time you get your questions answered. Also, you can sign up over on Patreon for $1, as low as $1. You sign up, you get my rankings each and every single week. So $1 gets you the rankings. Let's pay as you can. Pay as you can. So 20 minutes till draft, or 12 minutes till draft. Amari Cooper is CD. I would go with CD. Ertz or Hawkinson? Quick, Hawkinson. Hi, what's up, Gaming Incorporated? How's it going? Cobb or Jerry Jeudy? Jerry Jeudy. Is Aaron Jones and Zach Moss for Deontay Johnson and Sutton worth it? I would want the Aaron Jones side for me. Give me the Aaron Jones side. I gave Hop, James Robb to get Najee and Hollywood. I think that's solid, Andrew. I think that's a solid trade, yes. I like that trade. Yo, we got Pooks, 2 times. Yo, we got $2 donation. Shout out. Thank you for the $2 donation. We got PPR. We got Cobb, Landry, Dearness. I would go with Cobb there. W's in the chat for my homie with the $2 donation. Cobb or Pittman? Pittman. Is Hawkinson or Ertz? Quick, Hawkinson. Shenault or Tyler Boyd? I would go with Tyler Boyd there. Williams, Cooper, Hopkins. Oops. Space Dinosaur deleted. Please fire Joe Buck. You're the man, boss. You're the man. W. Wait, so is this a midseason redraft? Yes, it is a midseason redraft. A midseason redraft. It's going to be a thing of beauty to watch Aspire Sports absolutely crush the draft that I have not prepared for in the slightest, but I'm going to give it a go. Keenan Allen and Kittle for Kelsey. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that. Reverse. If I'm getting Kelsey. I really don't like George Kittle a whole lot, to be honest with you. George Kittle is pretty disappointing. Cooper, Williams, Hopkins, Sanders, Green, Metcalf, Ertz, Gronk, pick 3. So I would go with... all right, so Cooper, Williams, Hopkins. Those are the 3 I would go with. Space Dinosaur. All right. Hey, 96 likes. Cap? No cap. 96 likes. Do you think we could get to 100? Anybody in here that's sitting in here, if you haven't hit that like button, smash the like button. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes. Come on, we can do it. 96 likes. 96 likes. We can do it. We can do it. Yo, I'm going to win this league, though. That's all I know. I'm going to win this league. My only plan is getting Derrick Henry a cup. That's basically my plan, too. That's my plan. Well, that's not my plan, actually. My plan is get Deandre Swift. No, I don't. I can't get Deandre Swift. Honestly, I don't know. Hey, we got 99. Oh, so close. All right, so ESPN, join your draft. Look at this. We got a live draft happening. A live draft is happening. About to kick off. Imagine being the one dislike. There's one dislike. The Raiders. 100. Yo, what up, Adam Sandler? About to kick off. That's all right. I'm just going to pull up this draft, and I'm going to do a live draft as well. I mean, F it. I'm already live. You know what I mean? Might as well do a live draft. Continue to get those views. Good for the algorithm. Algorithms. You know what I'm saying? I know that who is East and Austria? Oh, is that Iron? I imagine that's Iron. Who is this? Runneth over. CMC is still at number 1. Yes, he is. Tyler, when will you change back your name to the GOAT name? What was the GOAT name? Homie has been out the entire season. Right? Rodgers going to throw 2 TDs to himself today. Basically, this is true. Optimize. Okay. Optimize. That's optimize. All right. What was the GOAT name? What was my GOAT name? Honestly, I'm thinking about changing the channel to just my name, to be completely honest with you. I'm thinking about changing the channel to my name. When you joined, it was Team Ozai. Hey, Team Ozai. And if you're on TikTok right now, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree, take over to the YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. Also, we're doing a live draft right now. A live draft, mid-season draft. So come on over, check it out. Who should I go? Nah, people in Discord, they're saying they're going to pick Cup first. Who do you think, guys? You should change your name to Tyler Picks, like Walter Picks. I'm honestly going to probably just change my name to my name. That way I can do whatever the hell I want when I want. So if I decide where I don't want to strictly do fantasy football all the time, I can do whatever I want. Which I'll still always do fantasy football because I love fantasy football. But if I decide, hey, one of these nights I want to play video games. I want to talk about video games. Although that should be for a different channel, honestly. This should be just Aspire Sports so I can build it up and take over ESPN. Hey! What do you think of my team name? I'm pick 7. Pick 7. Ozai, Dak, pick. You're gonna wait. Are you gonna pick? I know who Ozai is gonna get. Yeah, you're gonna get Dak there. You're gonna be really sad when Zeke is gone, Ozai. You're gonna be really sad. I should also have the game up here as well. At least on ESPN. That way I can flip back and forth. Although I should have it. Aaron Rodgers, 1 for 9. Aaron Jones, that's what I'm talking about. First 3 touches of the game goes to Aaron Jones. What a beast. Cooper, Sanders, Metcalf, Ertz, Gronk, pick 2. I would go with Cooper and Williams. Space Dinosaur. Love the name, by the way. Space Dinosaur. Oh, man. Pass incomplete. Short right to Aaron Jones. Dang it. Aaron Jones going to see about 90 targets in this game, I think. Aaron Jones going to be Alvin Kamara in this game. We'll see about 12, 15 targets. Over 100 yards. Arizona's defense. I would turn it on, but I don't know if I'm actually allowed to or not. I don't know what's actually allowed. traded Emmanuel Sanders for Josh Jacobs because I needed running back depth. Good trade. Yeah, I think that's good, Ryan. Yeah. Ricky Seals or Tunyon? Ricky Seals for me. Well, I mean, Tunyon's already playing, so the speed starting running back stare at this putt. That's true. That is true. Yo, Buddy the Health was really lining it up. He didn't want to get it wrong. You know what I mean? He really wanted to line it up and get it correct. So he might still, I don't know. Legend has it that he's still lining up that putt. Uzama, Arnold, or Sweeney. I would go Uzama, John. Face mask, good. Who got face masked? Oh, way to go. What a bum. This is where I need my third computer screen because I could be watching. No, my table's not big enough. I need a new table to have my third computer screen. I also want to buy another PC. I want to buy another PC and use it for streaming. I want to be able to. Honestly, what I should do is I should buy another PC, an actual really good gaming PC. Use that to stream or play on, and then use my PC that I have now for the streaming. Green Bay face mask Kyler. What a bum. Chase Edmonds, there we go. Kyler just died. Poor guy. He didn't leave the game, right? He's still okay? Chase Edmonds, now he is, what was his, I think it was 45. 45, I think is what it was. So 41 yards he needs to get his over. Can he do it? Rondell Moore, 2-yard catch. Hey, I did play him in DFS. Straight up tried to snap his neck. Wow, what a dirtbag. He should be ejected. Oh, shoot. Is this draft starting? Oh, okay. Drafting in 13 seconds. We still have Team Grace who isn't in here in choice. Where's Team Grace?
Welcome to the best day of the year. Draft day.
All right, East and Austria. Who's he gonna get? He does. Kyler does look. He looks small, and his style of play doesn't really help him. Kind of just runs around and chucks the ball. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a stud, but. Good luck. Oh, who got picked first? Derrick Henry. Oh, MP. He's sad. MP is really sad right now. Hopefully my guy doesn't get taken. Okay, he didn't. Well, since he already has bye week, I'm going with Alvin Kamara. Alvin. Cooper Kupp. Najee. Ozark offenders. I need to have this up over here. Check this out. Who's Ozark? How many teams in draft? 10. There's 10. Sorry, I was late. Don't want to type in all caps. All right. Well, Ozai might get him. Oh, you know who Ozai's going. Oh, he's so happy now. Here it is. Here's Ozai. Come on, we already know. This is Uzi, by the way. Okay, there's Uzi. Come on, we already know who you're picking, Ozai. Just pick him already. We already know who he's getting. He's going to get Zeke. He might take Dak, though. I don't know. Oh, he took... What? He took CMC, huh? Wow, that's surprising. I thought he was for sure going to go Zeke. I think the ADP's adjusted because they have, maybe not, honestly, because Antonio Gibson's 16. No, it's definitely not adjusted. I don't think it is, at least. There's no way Deandre Swift should be that far down there. Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah, Ozai, what's up? Why didn't you take your boy Zeke? I thought for sure you'd be taking Zeke. They still have Allen Robinson 39, do they? Yeah. But I mean, like it has to be somewhat adjusted because there's no way that Debo is sitting there. There's no way. There's no way that Debo is being drafted ahead of guys like Jamar or DJ Moore, even Jamar Chase. Debo was later in the draft. So it doesn't look like it's adjusted, but it definitely doesn't look like it's the old rankings, I don't think. Oh, come on. You know you want Zeke, Ozai. Come on. Should I accept AJ Brown and Aaron Jones for Devonte Adams and Saquon? Yeah, I would take that trade, T. I would take that trade. Who's Crutches? Do we know who Crutches is? Oh, Kittle and Crutches. You guys said, who was that again? I forget who that was. I forget who Kittle and Crutches is. What week do you see Ridley finally breaking out? Honestly, I thought it would already happen. I think he's more of a back-end wide receiver one right now. Kittle on crutches is a thief. That's what he is. Hey, you had a chance to take him. The amount of thought being put in these picks is funny. There is a lot of thought. Ah, Deandre Swift, there he goes. My boy, Deandre Swift. Oh, there's Amari Rodgers with a 7-yard catch. Come on, Aaron Jones. Get Aaron Jones the football. Get him the ball. I'm not watching this live, so if you guys already know what happens here, don't tell. Oh, my gosh. Deep right to Aaron Jones. Come on, Aaron. Throw him the ball. Green Bay looks so bad without the... Yeah, but, I mean, you also have to think, too. They're without their 3 starting wide receivers, so, I mean, it's definitely tough. Aaron Jones, Joe Mixon. Who's going to get some of these wide receivers here? Calvin Ridley went? Somebody picked Calvin Ridley before Devonte Adams? Unless, did that person get auto-drafted? Probably, I don't know. No, nobody's on auto-draft. Ozai. Ozai's probably going to draft CD here. Come on, do it. We know you want to do it. Draft CD. I dare ya. Do it. CD. Oh, he took Tyreek. This is tough because it's not really in order. Well, I know there's a couple guys that I'm looking at right now. I know who I'm going if he falls to me. There's a couple guys. I'm honestly thinking about going a running back here as well, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of good wide receivers still on the board. Your good running backs are going to start to get taken here, though. I don't know who Team Pat is, though. Uh-oh, is he going to be placed on auto draft? No. Oh, did he get... Where's my homie? There he is. Good old Jamar. Jamar. Oh, Jamar. Team Pat's me. Oh, Team Pat. Would you pick Nick Chubby? Nick Little Chubby? I'm trying to think of optimized to pick Gibby. Who should I go next? I know who I want to go. We'll see if he gets to me. What's going on in this game? Offensive holding, nice, solid. This game's off to a really good start so far. Solid. Yeah, MP would be really mad if somebody picked Antonio Gibson right now. He'd probably cry. Especially if Antonio Gibson got picked and AJ Brown and Jaren Waller. Nathan Peterman's still available? Yeah, why don't you draft him? I dare you to. Ah, dang it. That's who I wanted to go. I wanted Justin Jefferson. Son of a gun. Oh, Antonio Gibson. Come on, make it to me. Make it to me, Antonio Gibson. Come on, Antonio Gibson. Make it to me. Amari Cooper. Actually, you know who I'm going to go? I'm going my boy, James the Robinson. Already had his bye week, too. Both my running backs now with their bye weeks. I'm thankful for that. James RB1 son. And Alvin Kamara with Jamar Chase. I wanted to go a different running back over Jamar, but Jamar is just playing way too good right now. love Jamar. Should I trade Ezekiel Elliott? Should I trade Ezekiel Elliott and Jacoby Myers for Justin Jefferson and Darrell Henderson? Yeah, I would do that. I would take Justin Jefferson and Darrell Henderson. Yes. Absolutely. All right, let's switch over to the game now. Kyler Murray short pass to AJ Green for 8 yards. Oh my gosh. Oh, where's the offense? Oh. Stream on TikTok, Tickety Talk. See how many subs we got during that live stream. About 30. That's solid. About 30. Let's get it. Oh my gosh. No. Oh, R.I.P. R.I.P. Oh, R.I.P. Long touchdown pass to DeAndre Hopkins. Wait, did it count? What happened? Oh, so they enforced that Green Bay 6. Okay. So he didn't score because he face masked. Oh, man. That's sad. Fantasy Q? What's up? What's Fantasy Q? Yeah, ask a question. Do you have a question? Brad Montgomery? He got flagged. No, they had a flag for a face mask on D-Hop, I think. That's brutal. That's terrible. Come on, D-Hop. What are you doing? I'm just going to pull this game up. I'll just mute it and I'll watch it while I'm up talking.
And then subtract 15 for the face mask.
All right. Mute it while I watch. All right. Would y'all trade Bobby Trees for T. Higgins and Julio? Thanks, man. Yeah, I would want T. Higgins, Brad. If I get T. Higgins, I would want that side. Yes. And no problem. Thank you for stopping by. Lost 15 yards at the 4. That's tough. Oh, jeez. I don't remember who I'm playing against. No, he doesn't have. We got Dak. Oh, Aaron Jones was picked, or Antonio Gibson. Whoa. Someone has faith. No, Leonard Fournette. No. I was going to pick him too. Dang it. This will be the next person I want. Back to the drawing board. Oh, I'm at RBs, that's why. All positions here. Allen Robinson, Deontay Johnson, George Kittle. Dak, Tyler. Williams. Ooh, that was a good pick. Oof. Who do I want to go with here? Honestly, I'm picking my boy. I'm going to take a homer pick here. Oh, DJ Moore is still available? Oh, yeah. Give me DJ Moore. DJ Moore. This team is looking a lot like teams I have. Y'all forgot him. Yeah, that is the tough part about this right now, is that you have, see, like Elijah Mitchell's is higher up on here. He definitely would not be there during redraft, like at the beginning. So this is definitely like kind of adjusted. Not all the way, but a little bit. Like Cordell Patterson wouldn't even be on there. TD Edmonds scored. Hey, Chase Edmonds for 11-yard touchdown run. What a beast. What a beast. I don't know if I'm really playing him in that many leagues. I'm going to turn on my notifications. That Chase Edmonds' first TD of the whole season. I'm so proud. Yes, it was bound to happen. Definitely bound to happen. DK, yes, that's a good trade. Or that's a good draft pick. Let's see. Who do I go here? Who are some of the tight ends that are available right now? Kyle Pitts, Gronk. Some good. When's CMC coming back, Tyler? Not for a while, dude. Especially because you drafted Mike Evans, Mark Andrews. I'm gonna go with, who should I go here? I was thinking about going honestly, he's playing right now, so I'm gonna draft him right now. So I kind of want to go but I'm gonna Chase Edmonds, baby, just scores a touchdown. I'm drafting him. There's a red zone carry right there. Counts. What a stud. Robert Woods, Damian Harris, or Mitchell. Pick and Rick. Robert Woods, Damian Harris, or Mitchell, PPR. I would go with Elijah Mitchell there. Pick and Rick. Give me Elijah Mitchell. What do we have going on? No, nothing yet. Cordell Patterson. True, did forget about him. But I don't want him. Trash. He's garbage can. Mike Davis. Ooh. Oof. Oof. Has anyone picked a quarterback yet? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think that Chase Edmonds was a really good buy low candidate for sure. I think he was because, like I said, I believe he's a top 25 player. I could be wrong now. Top 25 guy. Let's see, Chase. Yeah, he's right there. So he's like the only top 25 guy that has yet to score a touchdown. Miles Gaskin has even scored a touchdown. So think about that for a second, right? He's top 25 and has not scored a touchdown yet this season. Yet all these other guys who are top 25 have scored multiple touchdowns. So he's the only running back inside the top 25 that has yet to score a touchdown. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know, man. My team's looking nice. Yo, your team is straight dog water. MP. Team Pat. Nick Chubb. Oh, God. Look at that team. Dog water if I've ever seen it. No, your team is actually pretty good. My team's all right. I mean, I'm not like crazy about my team, but both my running backs have had buys already, so I like that. I was going to draft Deontay Johnson, honestly. I was going to draft him because he already had his bye week too, but I was like, I traded Lamb for Henderson because I needed a running back too. W. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a good trade, yes. Let's see. Randall Cobb isn't even on the field. What is he, hurt? A.J. Dillon gets the first down. Look at Aaron Jones. I'm telling you, he's gonna have about 10 catches tonight. He's gonna have about 10 catches. Literally the only guy that Rodgers can throw to. Aaron Jones has all of his receiving yards so far. Does he? Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. He has nearly all of them, but 7. All right, come on, Aaron Jones. Get another catch here. Even in the game? I can't tell. I don't think he's in the game. Unless that's him. I don't think that's him. I think that might be A.J. Dillon. Oh, no, that's Aaron Jones. There's another catch. Another catch. Unless that already happened. I'm just late. I think I'm late. I think my game's behind. A.J. Dillon, there we go. There he goes. There, mama, there goes that man. Yes, he is the best. He is the best wide receiver on the Packers offense. Who picked him? Who picked Mahomes? Y'all really let me get the best roster. AJ Dillon's gonna be really good. I bet he's never gonna really be the actual back though. CEH. Oh, Team Pat on the board. He's on the clock. Let's see. Any good running backs that I like are left? No. Wide receivers. No, not really. Ugh. Yuck. Tight ends? Oh, a couple. Quarterbacks? Definitely. Like. Running back I still feel good about. Tight end, what is this? Round 6? I'm gonna see if somebody else drafts a tight end, then I'll just get my tight end. I'm gonna go with Elijah Mitchell. Keep drafting those running backs, baby. That's what I want. I want those running backs. Someone draft Juju. You won't. That's gonna be. Tunyon was a bad play. We'll see. It's still early. It's still early. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of tight ends that I still like. I'm not going to draft a tight end until later. I'm going to draft... there's somebody else that I want right now. And hopefully he's still available when it's my turn. Who got hurt? Was it Buda Baker? I couldn't tell who got hurt. RB heavy. Yes. Yo. Kyler a good pick? Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. I'm not getting Kyler, though. I'm getting my quarterback later. I got 4 running backs already. 3 of them have already had their bye weeks. My wide receivers, though, need to draft a wide receiver, and hopefully he's still available. I want my wide receiver. Boy, look at that. Mama, there goes that man. AJ Dillon looks good. Auto draft. We'll let somebody get... Oh, Tom Brady. Good. This draft is a running back heavy because Tyler loves... I do have 4 running backs already. I'm not drafting Hawkinson. You can draft Hawkinson. I'm not drafting him. I'm not going TJ. I'm waiting on my tight end. I already know who I want. First time I picked Brady. Who? Juwan Winfrey? Am I on the clock? Oh, I'm on the clock. Who got picked? Oh, nobody's picked him yet? I'll take him. Give me Brandon Cooks. Num, 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 num. Give me Brandon Cookies. Accidentally clicked on Miles Sanders. Wait, who? Nobody drafted him, though, right? Oh. I was going to go with Mitchell. Hey! Equinemius St. Brown. Brady has tiger blood. He does. Brady is absolutely crazy. Standard, we got Darrell Williams or Herbert. Bill, I would go with Darrell Williams. Adam's definitely messing with those lights. Who, Devonte? Is that who you're talking about? Brady has tiger blood. Absolutely. Brady is not a human being. Just like Lil Wayne. Someone should have drafted Hawkinson. Felt bad for letting him go. Did somebody draft him? Nobody drafted him yet? He's still not drafted? That is pretty crazy. Somebody definitely should draft him. Who wins this trade? We got Damian Harris and Knox for Higbee and Pollard. Damian Harris and Knox for Higbee and Pollard. I want the Damian Harris side. I'll take that side. Uh-oh, somebody is on auto pick. RIP. And might as well go live on TikTok once again while I'm doing. See if I can get up to over 1,000 views. Very, very close. 1,000 views. For this live stream. 5 more. A bit of a reach, but Gesicki. Oh, somebody took Mike Gesicki. Somebody listens to the Aspire Sports Show, huh? Auto pick gave him Allen Robinson. Oh, this person's about to get auto pick too, aren't they? Oh, Juju and George Kittle. Oh, God, nasty. Oh, an inch short. Is he gonna? They make it. Everyone should have played Juwan Winfrey. My gosh, look at that. He would have been a good play. Need to keep this YouTube chat up. Yes, Juju. I got picked Juju. He's the team mascot. Team 9. You got Juju and George Kittle. Poor guy. Poor guy. Ozai. Jalen Waddle. Ooh. DJ Hawkinson. Dang it. Dang it. There, mama, there goes that man. All right, so let's take a look at the running back position. Not a whole lot that I like here. Let's look at the wide receiver position. There's a couple I don't mind. But there are, yeah. Kenyon Drake. Team Pat, who you drafting? Yeah, that's a pretty good pick. That was a pretty good pick. Marquise Brown, that's a solid pick. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm thinking of going a tight end. But I'm just gonna keep holding it off. I'm gonna go with where's some of the quarterbacks left? Yeah, I'm gonna grab a quarterback. I'm gonna grab Justin Herbert. Already had his bye week too, so don't gotta worry about his bye week. Starting for the rest of the season, be good. Don't even have to think about it. Fire him up every single week. Please try. That's my son. All right, I'll try to draft him. Don't you worry. Is this game going on? What is going on? Still in commercial break? Come on. Let's get to playing some football here. I honestly should have just went with Joe Burrow. That's probably what I should have done. But I like the fact that Justin Herbert has had his bye already. I don't got to worry about it. My team looks fantastic. My team's all right. Not crazy about it. Let me see your team. Team Pat. Yeah, the team looks pretty good. Yeah, it's not too shabby, except that are you doing fantasy football questions yet? Yeah, go ahead and ask any kind of questions that you want. Fantasy football questions. I'll answer them. Fire them off. Doing a live draft as well. Why would you pick up a Bengals player? Because the Bengals are first in the division, dude. The Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. That's why. The Bengals to the Super Bowl. All right, so I'm probably going to draft a tight end here just to lock up my tight end spot. Two guys I'm really looking at. Either Dalton Schultz or Dallas Goddard is really who I want. Bro, pass to Randall Cobb. This is true. AJ Dillon, no. Put in Aaron Jones. Booker, Waddle, McKissick, or Shepard. I would go with Booker, Michael. Booker. Oh, my turn. I'm on the clock. All right, so we got Noah Fant. All right, so I'm gonna go with Dallas. Dallas Goddard, baby. No, I should have went with. Dang it. I should have went with Dalton Schultz. Then I don't have to worry about his bye week either. Dang it. Oh, rip. Oh, AJ Dillon almost fumbled that ball. Jeez. Jeesh. We put Aaron Jones back in. DK or Mixon at flex. DK or Mixon. I would go with Mixon. As a Pittsburgh guy, I thought the hate would take over. No. Hey, I'm a Steelers guy, but like I said, I feel like I'm definitely realistic. I'm realistic. Dalton Schultz, that's who honestly I was gonna go. I should have went with him because he already has bye week. But dang it. Oh well. Yo, look at Cliff. He's pissed. Oh, Robert Tonyan. Almost scores a tutty. All right, let's see what some of these terrible picks are so far. Let's look at Ozai's team. Oh, look at that. Not even one Dallas player. I'm ashamed. Where are your Dallas players, Ozai? I thought you were a Dallas fan. I thought definitely you were going to draft some Dallas players there. Where is Onion? Let me see this catch. I didn't get to see it. Oh, look at that. Almost a touchdown. So close. Tony Shepard or Waddle? I would go with Tony. As long as he plays. Come on, Aaron Jones. Touchdown. Oh! Is it actual touchdown though? By the way, as a DJ Moore fan, I'm right there with you. DJ Moore is so good, huh? DJ Moore is a stud. Did he actually get in? Did Aaron Jones actually get in? I'm a little nervous here. Oh, yeah. There's no way they're going to reverse that since it was called a touchdown. Look at Aaron Jones driving those legs. Drive those legs, baby. And I don't think they're going to reverse that. DK or Mixon this week? Mixon, Cody. I would go with Mixon. Oh, yeah. They already kicked the field. Or the extra point. What a stud. Aaron Jones carrying the offense. How many yards does he have? Oh, no. A.J. Dillon, actually, he does look pretty good. A.J. Dillon has looked good so far running the ball. And this is what's nice. Like what's going to happen with Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram is going to take this workload off of Alvin Kamara, keep him fresh, keep him in that situation we like to see him in, which is the pass catching back of the offense. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Just a joke, man. Relax. What was the joke? Start Randall Cobb. Start Chuba Hubbard, Elijah Mitchell, Chuba Hubbard. Chuba. Is Evan Ingram a good play with Waller on bye? Yeah, I mean, it depends on the options. But, I mean, yeah, like a tight end is ugly. So, hey, if you need somebody, yeah. I mean, that's fine. I don't think it's bad. Start one, Henderson, Deontay, Mike Williams, Henderson. I would go with Darrell Henderson this week. And if you're over on TikTok, smash that like button for me. Hit follow. Really appreciate it. Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas for Allen Robinson and Ayuk. I would want the Michael Thomas side, Emmanuel. Start Lockett or Myers? Lockett. Trade Eckler before Rain. No, I think Eckler's going to be fine. I think he'll play. Or do I start Zach Moss over CD? No, CD. I would start CD. Why aren't Rodgers throwing to Cobb? I don't know. I mean, this is kind of why I didn't have Cobb ranked that high this week. I didn't really like him that much. He hasn't even played that much on the year. He only played like 100-some snaps. Swift for Mixon and D. Harris. I would probably do that. Damn, should have gave Tunyon a carry into the end zone. Hey, that's the thing. Tunyon was so close, right? Where's it at? Oh, dang it. Somebody picked Michael Thomas. That's honestly who I was about to grab. I was going to grab him. Aspire Sports. Who am I going here? Let's see. Running backs. Who are some running backs that I like? I already see one that I like, but let me check the wide receivers. Who are still some guys available? Should I go with DJ Chark, guys? I'm going with the running back that I saw. Where's my homie at? There he is, Michael Carter. Give me Michael Carter. I want all the shares of Michael Carter. Gibson and Shenault for Swift. Yes, if I'm getting Swift, absolutely, 100%. Start two, we got Sutton, DK, Williams, Evans. I would go with Williams and Evans. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a hater, but I really want Arizona to lose this game. Hey, you don't want to be undefeated. I get it. Need help. Trade Hill for DJ Moore and Miles Sanders. Honestly, I'd probably keep Hill. Hawkinson or Schultz? Hawkinson. I would go with Hawkinson. Give me Hawkinson. Fire him up this week. All right, what are we thinking, boys? Who's going to win this game tonight? I did like the spread. Cool. Oh, Kyler overthrows him. Who is Antoine Wesley? Jerry Jeudy. Ooh, that was a good pick too. Dang it. See, this is the rough part about doing this draft like this. Ah, man, that was a good pick too. Ah, dang it. Look at these picks coming in. All right, let's see what we got available for the running back or the wide receiver position. We got not a whole lot, to be honest with you. I'm gonna pick my boy though. I'm gonna go with yuck. I don't really like any of these guys. My gosh, this is terrible. I'm gonna go with he has a bye week this week, but that's okay. I'm gonna go with Rashad Bateman. Don't do it, Tyler. Don't do it. Trade. Should I trade Tyreek Hill at all? No, I would keep him. Cousins or Wentz? I would go with Cousins. Kirky Cousins. All right, what do we have for this game? Okay, punted the ball. But this game that I'm watching right now, very behind. Is this game on Amazon Prime? I totally forgot about that. That it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I need to pull this up. I'm trying to deal Gibson. Who is a good target? I have Kamara and Swift at running back and Kupp and Ridley and Lamb at wide receiver. So if I'm trading away Gibson, like you're going to probably have to take another piece and Gibson and trade him away. I would target a guy. I mean, he's playing right now, but I would have said like Chase Edmonds. Like other guys that you could probably get, like you could probably trade Gibson for like James Conner and another piece. He's playing right now as well. Jeez. But like that's kind of like the range of what I would be trading Gibson for right now. Like people that kind of like mid RB2s with some upside. Let's look at some guys. Let's take a look here. Take a look. So who would I trade Antonio Gibson for? If you can take Antonio Gibson another piece and get like Darrell Henderson, absolutely. Do something like that is what I would be trying to do right now with Gibson. You trust Patterson this week? I do. Who wants to trade me, Gibson? Do you think Patterson is legit RB? He's all right. I mean, in PPR leagues, yeah. Sheesh. What, did Cobb do something good, finally? Or nothing? Does he have 0? There hasn't been a whole lot of offense, so. But it's all right. It's still early. Packers are about to go on a long touchdown drive here. Aaron Jones just going to run for a 90. No, that's an 85-yard touchdown. Let's see it, Aaron Jones. Oh, there he goes. He's 1 yard gain. Well, a 1 yard gain. Like a week. Yeah, I think he's a weekly starter. MP. Yeah. And nice thing about him too is he's already had his bye as well. All right, let's see. Do they have Aaron Jones still in there? All right, Aaron Rodgers, throw him like a 10-yard pass here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. All right, there he goes. Oh, there he is. There he is. The leading wide receiver for the Packers. Aaron Jones with another catch. With another catch. For 4 yards. 3 catches, 20 yards. Big Ben is still available. You should draft him, Ozai. You think Tony going to be good when he comes back? Yes, I do. Cody, I do like him. Should I be worried about Kyler? Absolutely not. Don't be worried about Kyler. I mean, Kyler should have already had a touchdown right now, but DeAndre Hopkins, face masked the dude before he ran it into the end zone. So don't be worried about him. All right, come on. Come on, Rodgers. Oh, Robert Tonyan, there he is. You think what's his face gonna catch a ball tonight? You think Randall Cobb's gonna catch a ball? How do you value Ertz now that he plays with the Cardinals? I think he's like a top 12. I have him as a top 12 tight end for the rest of the season. Look at that. Whoa, what an amazing pass. Nearly throws it short. Oh, I'm on the clock. Dang it. All right, so who should I go here? Well, since he's playing right now and he's looking pretty good, I'm honestly going to draft him. Who is number 8? You need to chill, my guy. Oh, that's Amari Rodgers. A.J. Dillon's back. That Green Bay touchdown was trash. No, it's beautiful because he scored. Deontay Johnson or CD? For me, CD. I'll go with CD. Amari, Aaron Rodgers. That's the connection. That's the connection this week. All right, after this pick, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna hop off. I've been live for like, I don't know, how long has it been? 4 or 5 hours now? Just talking nonstop. Look at AJ. Trips over his own offensive lineman. Dang it. Come on, AJ. You gotta stay on your feet, my guy. I'm a Bears fan, so I hope in Green Bay. Okay. No one told me the Cards can't stop the run. A.J. Dillon looks good. A.J. Dillon does look really good right now. You seem gassed, Tyler. It's been a long day. What tight ends are available still? What tight ends are available? You got Robert Tonyan, Jared Cook, Tyler Higbee. He's honestly a pretty good value right now. If I needed a tight end, but I don't need one. You know what? I'm probably going to take him just because I do like Dallas Goddard, but there's just nobody I really like anymore. Still on the board. I'm going to draft him. Have my backup tight end for when I have Goddard miss out on week 14. That's crazy. Murray needs stills. Yo, that's messed up. Yo. You think Randall Cobb's going to catch a pass tonight? That's what I want to know. Thankfully, I didn't tell a whole lot of people to play him. I did tell some people to play him, but, you know, not a whole lot. Hey, and there's Aaron Jones. How many catches does he have? 4 for 20? Let's go. I don't even care. Just give me that 1 point. He's a number 3 QB, so I think he's perfectly fine. Who's that? I really hope CMC comes back soon. You better hope he does. Did I get auto-picked? Oops, did I? I wasn't paying attention. I think I got auto-picked. No, I picked Tyler Higbee. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to hop off. Trade Khalil Herbert and Michael Thomas for Diggs. Was that a good trade? Yes, that was a good trade. All right, so I'm going to hop off. I'll be live tomorrow night. I'll be live, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been a fun day. It was a really good day of streaming, honestly. So I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you to everyone. And make sure you hit that follow button over on TikTok. Peace out, people. See you tomorrow.